Contest keyword today is final. 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 You have until 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code of 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday. 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 3 and 5. The word is final.
Middays with Marks. The voices you trust. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, we're rolling on a Tuesday. Middays with Marks. 97.5 The Fanatic. On the radio. On the worldwide Fanatic app. Download it if you haven't. Live on YouTube. Good morning to our chatters on YouTube. If you're watching later on in the day, lots of ways to listen or to watch. Just make sure if you're on YouTube, subscribe to 97.5 The Fanatic. As we say good morning to Ray Dunn, Raymond.
Good morning, Johnny. How are you?
Is it a good morning?
It's not. Actually,
It's a good morning.
Aaron Nola pitched well. It is a good morning.
It's a good morning. We say good morning to Sean Brace. Hi, Sean.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo, more like Cinco de Cryo.
Oh.
Hey, Ray.
You were waiting to use that all morning, huh?
Oh, what are we doing?
Did you have a team of writers that were working on your
Come on,
material
man.
this morning?
I'm going to be working on Cinco de Mayo puns all afternoon.
Good.
All right?
I
Ready to
welcome
roll.
it.
Ready to roll.
Hell yeah.
So it is a good morning. So here's what we'll do. We'll start with the Sixers, into the Flyers, and then into the Sixers and into the Flyers, right? Like certainly the first hour, we're going to toggle between the two. Because, yeah, it was an ugly night last night. Wasn't fun. At least with the 76ers, the game was over rather quickly. The Flyers, you had to watch until the last 90 seconds of overtime to be completely disappointed. But anyway, with the Sixers, I ain't worried about it at all. I'm not worried about the series against the Knicks at all. If that was the best game the Knicks play in the series, and that was the worst game the Sixers play in the series, which you can easily make the case that's a real strong possibility, then the Sixers have as good of a chance to win the series as they did before the game started yesterday. They just do, right? That was everything you're looking for. And by the way, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or brag, but I saw that loss coming.
Oh, yeah.
The Sixers win a very emotional Game 7 in Boston on Saturday, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night, they're already playing the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks had a couple of extra days. They're at home. They were ready to pounce. They were ready to pounce last night. They shot over 60% from the field for the game. Jaylen Brunson had 27 points at halftime. I mean, like, everything was working for the Knicks. They were shooting the lights out of the ball. And the Sixers looked tired. Maxi was out of sorts. And Embiid did not play well. Edgecombe got in early foul trouble. Paul George was like, he was hitting some shots later on, but still, when he hit those threes, they were down 20 at the time. They really didn't matter. So that was a game that you flush, and you say, all right, let's go, respond game 2. I am not worried about that loss last night. It was bad, but that one's easy to flush. The game was over before halftime, and the Sixers knew it.
Yeah, it's easy to flush. Before I go into whether or not I'm concerned or not, I will just say this. It's easily number one, and then everybody else, Knicks fans, are the most hated fan base for me, and I don't even know who's two. Whoever it is, it's not even close. I can't stomach that fan base. I hate this team, and I am dying for the Sixers to do what you're trying to lay the path out of them coming back. The issue is, John, yes, you're right with everything you just said. The problem that I'm having is that the Knicks are a better team. The Knicks are a deeper team. The Knicks are a more skilled team, and they have home court advantage. So how the hell are the 76ers going to put it together to beat this team who, by the way, already have a 1-0 advantage? That's where I'm at. And look.
It's reality.
Yeah, you just have to. Like I said, with everything I just said about the Knicks, I hate them. But the fact is, it's a good team. It's a good team. And I know that everybody's getting ahead of themselves in national media now. The path is there. Oh, they could beat the Sixers and they could beat the Pistons. I will say this much. 90% of the people I see in national media are saying that this is the conference final.
Best series, yeah.
This is the conference final. Yeah, man, the way it played out yesterday, we have to ask ourselves, maybe it was best case not to play Joel Embiid, right? Because if we're going to sit here and say that they played an aggressive 7-game series, which is the reality, and they had to turn around and play quickly on Monday, which is the reality. How the hell are they going to get rest when they have to play on Wednesday, which is the reality? What type of rest are we talking about there?
Well,
That's my question.
Well, at least for Joel, like you wake up today, you take it easy, you go do whatever you got to do. They have media obligations, and then you get a good night's sleep. I mean, it's not. I was saying this last night. I did post game with Bill after the Flyers, and we talked about the Sixers, and I saw a lot of people saying you're making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm explaining how you get beat as bad as you did last night.
Oh, yeah.
And then it snowballs, and then it's the second half, and you're done. The Knicks are not going to shoot at 62% from the field every game here. They're just not.
They have for the last 3, though.
It's unbelievable.
They are on a historic tear right now.
It's unbelievable. It can't last. So you're right, Sean. If you look at game one, you're like, well, how the hell are the Sixers going to win for all the reasons you just gave? Until there's an adjustment made, and the Sixers look a lot different in game two.
I got an idea. All right, you want to get me fired up? Hey, Tyrese Maxey, what's going on, man? Come
Not a great
on.
game.
Are we really doing this again? One shot in the first quarter. Like, you can't do that. This is not the recipe for success. You have to be the guy that is leading the charge. And I'm trying to find the ebbs and flows here because Kobe and Shaq had a vibe where, and Shaq has explained it where it's like, look, I'm going to get going to start. You're going to close. In my mind, I was thinking, all right, look at Embiid. He got everybody in foul trouble. He did his part, right? To a point. Now you're setting the table for Maxey. Go, dude. We need you because we have to match that scoring prowess from the Knicks.
Yeah, we talked about it on Game 6 and Game 7. This is where you can't just say, hey, we're going to run everything through Embiid. Embiid, just like a lot of star players, Barkley used to do it, Jordan used to do it, you get the other guys going first, and then second quarter, boom.
Yeah.
Like, let the game come to you. Don't force it because that's what they're going to be looking for. Maxey came up small last night in the first quarter. No question about it. I mean, really the whole team
One
did.
shot.
Yeah.
And then the game was over. So it's like we can't even get too crazy. And I'm not even trying to look at the box score. The good thing is, not one starter played over 30 minutes, right? Get everybody out. Credit to Nick Nurse for waving the white flag. Everybody was calling for it. Good. It's not your night, whether you lost by 40 or whatever it was, 39.
39.
They lost by 32 to the Celtics in game one, so you can compare and contrast with that. I almost want to say, like, a positive would be it wasn't a tight game. The fact it was a blowout, you pull everybody out. That was better off. But, man, I can't stomach that fan base right from the jump with the FMB chant. Am I trying to be holier than now? Like, I was just at the Penguins game when, the chants about Crosby are happening. But to start the damn game.
Yeah, they're ravenous, man. I bring it. Knicks fans are nasty fans. They're good fans.
They are nasty.
They are, and good. Good for them because we can be nasty too. Let's get a win in game two. See, like, Sean, I want to see how they respond. You're going to find out if they win the series or not in game two. Even if they win the game or they don't win the game, if they don't come out and it's not if they lose game two, but it's a very, very close loss, okay. But they responded to it. If they come out in game two and Embiid looks tired and not healthy and Maxey doesn't have it, then we already know the answer of what's going to happen in the series.
Yeah.
We do. After the Celtics blew out the Sixers, it felt the same way as it does right now.
Absolutely.
Except after the Celtics lost, you didn't have the expectation that they were going to come back and win. You're like, oh, well, this series is over. I don't feel like that right now. And I don't think anybody else should, too. The Knicks, let's face it, the Knicks are favored for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
They have home court, all the reasons that you just said. They're a good club. Let's face it, the Knicks are a good club. But
I think we have a good club.
It doesn't mean that the Sixers aren't either, and it doesn't mean that the Sixers can't. Like right now, you know what this is about? It's about how much talent you have. Can you put it together? Adjustments and the defense. The defense is what brought the Sixers that win over the Celtics. They showed urgency. They changed. They wanted it more than the Celtics did.
Yep.
It's going to be tough to do that against the Knicks. The Knicks want it, for sure.
Yeah, the Knicks definitely want it. And things, it just changes so quick, especially in the NBA playoffs. Just look at last week. The New York Knicks were down 2-1 to the Atlanta Hawks. I came in here laughing. I said, the Knicks fans are
Mike
talking
Brown's
about
getting fired.
Yeah, get firing Mike Brown. They were trading Karl Anthony Towns. They were talking about Giannis just last week. And now all of a sudden, just such a drastic change for them, and they've been able to put it together. That was the wake-up call for the Knicks last week, being two games to one down to the Atlanta Hawks. Hopefully being one game down to the New York Knicks with a golden opportunity to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And as I said, the winner of this series is going to the NBA Finals. Golden opportunity. What are you going to do with it?
Ray, your thoughts?
Man, I'm not worried. I got over it pretty quick. By the time I walked home last night, I was like, yeah, they'll win a game 2.
Sean's worried about it.
Yeah, I'm concerned.
That's all right.
I'm concerned.
It's all right. Ray and I very much in the same, and we have a keen basketball eye, so we've seen this before.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
2 basketball
Obviously,
hoopers.
We had them in the second round already. We've had a really good pulse on this team the entire season.
Absolutely.
We clearly know what we're talking about. They're contenders in the East.
Couple Naismith brothers over here.
Yep.
James and Bob Naismith.
Yeah, they call me Jimmy Naismith sometimes. I have peach buckets all over my house. All right, well, we'll talk more about it coming up. Not worried at all. So the phone number, the text line, the Davis Honda text line, the Davis Honda text line where you can send voice memos. Sean, it's all the same number. I don't know if you know that.
No, I did not.
It's 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. Paul George didn't seem worried at all after the game. What's the temperature? What's the pulse? How are you feeling about it? Also, yesterday, was that a demoralizing loss for the Flyers as they lose in overtime and they blow a 2-0 lead? We bring that into the conversation coming up next. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
But, it's a game of adjustments. We'll make, adjustments, see what we need to get better at. But, yeah, again, the same as last series, one, they don't get any extra points for, going up big tonight. We'll be ready for game 2.
Yeah, but one loss is a loss whether you lose by 39 or you lose by 2. And honestly, I'd rather lose by 39 than have a gut-wrenching loss.
Ugh. Yeah, either way,
But doesn't it motivate the Sixers to be like, all right, we just got our asses kicked?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen in game 2.
Well, there was definitely a lot of soul-searching on that bench. A lot of like, wow, that is just terrible. And, the fact is you just went through it. So, that's my point. Yeah, I'm concerned, but the Sixers deserve a little respect for what they did last round, right? Putting everything from previous years to the side. They exercised somewhat of the demons and doing what they did, only the 14th time in NBA playoff history to come back down 3-1 and win. The 0-18 versus a 32-0 with the they proved everybody wrong, and they did exactly what they did last round. With that being said, they're faced with a similar situation. They deserve a little bit of respect. I'm with you on that one.
Well, no, but and to your point, they can't lay an egg here. There's no you beat the Celtics, yippee, and no. If it's a competitive series and you lose, and I don't even want to do this yet.
No, I'm with you.
But like this needs to be a series, man. This needs to be a heavyweight fight. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Yep.
If you can't compete with the Knicks at this point in your building, this isn't the Flyers where you're really getting your first taste of the playoffs. I mean, give me a break. You have two veterans that are in their 30s that are all-star players. You have Maxi, who's no, this needs to be a heavyweight fight. Yep. If you don't leave this series thinking, damn, right? Like, that's what you need.
Yeah, in a big picture conversation quickly, all I would say is I want to walk away feeling comfortable. If they're going to run it back, like, okay, there was something working there. You had Joel Embiid when he was healthy, and of course he went with the appendix surgery that came out of nowhere. It's a terrible break. Paul George has proven his worth. And it's unfortunate that game stunk last night. Would he go 4 for 6 from downtown?
Yep.
But those threes had no.
They were down by 20 when they hit a three, and there was nothing to follow up that.
Correct. They had no oomph.
And he was draining.
You got a stud with VJ, and you got a stud with Tyrese. Like, I could see the vision, but you can't get lumped in this series. No.
What about the hack-a-Mitch they were doing?
I like it. Nice work, Nick.
I kind of hate it. I mean, I if it's effective, I guess you got to do it. I was like, really? Are they going to keep fouling Mitchell?
You get him off the floor because he's definitely a guy that can go at Joel Embiid on the defensive side to a point.
And they brought in, I didn't even know who this other guy was, the guy from Germany.
Just bring him off the bench. But Joel did his job. He had everybody the can in the cookie jar.
Yep. All right, Flyers with the loss. We have some Sixers callers on board, so let's take them, and then we'll merge into the Flyers. Dennis in Allentown. Dennis, what's up?
Hey, guys, I hate to say this being a Steeler fan and quoting Aaron Rodgers, but relax. Game 1, it was a must-win for the Knicks last night. They had to win. Can you imagine having all that rest and coming out and losing to the Sixers Game 1 at home? It was a must-win. Everything's going to be fine. They will right the ship in Game 2.
All right. Other than you just saying that they're going to right the ship, what are you seeing? What's going to be different from, let's just say, the offensive perspective for the Sixers?
They look tired. They got out rebounded. They look tired. Okay, and you know what? They need their legs run underneath them. So I think by Game 2, a little bit more rest. Okay, I think everything's going to be fine. And like you guys said earlier, I was listening. You know what? They deserve us. Hey, just pump the brakes. Okay, they were in this situation with Boston, and look what happened. We should give them the respect of, okay, let's see what happens the rest of the series.
All right, Dennis, appreciate it. Maybe the Fanatic account can put out a Twitter poll regarding the Sixers. Is it, with like fans right now, would you agree it feels like most fans that you're seeing or you're talking with are after Game 1, like, man, that was a bad one. Not really worried at all. That's one game.
Yeah,
they were tired.
I think the majority. I'd be interested to put a number on that, Ray. You got it like 60, 40, 70.
Well, it's
I don't know.
Funny you mentioned putting up a Twitter poll because that's exactly what I did in the first break there. I wanted to see how many people were worried. It's on at 975 Middays. We'll get it retweeted by the Fanatic here. Are you worried about the Sixers after the Game 1 loss to the Knicks? Early returns, very early returns here on the poll. 78% saying no.
Ooh.
Wow.
Only a couple of precincts reporting this.
Good Lord.
Yeah, very early to call. This race.
Well, no, and then if they lose Game 2, we'll trade everybody the day after.
Correct.
That.
Hey, like I said a week ago, the Knicks had everybody fired and moving on. That's just the state of the game. I do want to bring this up, though, because what the hell is going on with this? What? The Lakers haven't played. The Sixers literally got done with the game on Saturday against Boston, fly home on Sunday, go up to New York City on Sunday,
rough.
Practice on Monday morning, play Monday night. Come on.
Yep.
What happened to 40 games and 40 nights in the NBA playoffs? This thing lasted so long.
TV needed it.
Dude.
You go Game 7, you get penalized. And they did. Now, like last night, they played with the legs of a team that did exactly what you just said.
That's tough.
It is tough. I mean, it doesn't explain Maxi not shooting the ball in the first quarter, but like they looked physical. It's more than just a physical toll. A series like that, and then when you get the win, it's so satisfying, and you're like, oh, we won, we advanced, and the Knicks are waiting for you to punch you right in the face.
Mentally.
And they weren't ready for it last night, but now they got to get ready for it. This is now about Maxi, and it's about Embiid. Paul George needs to be the veteran, the steady veteran that can nail that three and can play good defense. Let's see what Edgecombe's got. I'm not worried about him at all. You need A-level Maxi, and you need A-level Joel Embiid.
That's correct.
Karl Anthony Towns is a good player. He'll hit threes. They have a deep roster, and they're really annoying. Jalen Brunson's really annoying.
But really good, too.
Really good.
14 in the first quarter.
It's 27 at the half.
Yeah, he's been doing it. He raises his game in the playoffs. It's impressive to watch. I don't like him. I can't stand anything New York. I never thought he would be this type of player. Not a lot of people did leaving Dallas, but you have to give it up to the guy.
Oh, and who banked it in from the top of the key?
I think that was OG, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on.
When that drops, it's like, all right.
This
not
game's
our
over.
night.
Yeah, it's not our night. They're banking it from the top, 3-pointers from the top of the key. It's like everything they were throwing up. Brunson hits the last shot of the half, I guess, just nailed it. He was doing his mid-range stuff. He was backing guys in. He was putting his big butt out there, and he did everything that he normally does when he's on.
Yep.
And you had to expect it. Now, Nick Nurse, how you combating it?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What's the matchup? What are you going to do? Didn't work game one.
No, it did not. It was a bad game plan, and with the tired legs, and then that's how you lose by 39. I will tell you this much. I just, the celebrity, Spike Lee standing up right from the jump. You got Jimmy Fallon's ugly mug on TV every single time. Tracy May. I've had Timothy Chalamet. I've had enough of everything Knicks, and we're only one game into this. They found our post-game show. They infiltrated there. All just the nuts.
Really?
Oh, they were just coming at us. Because Bernard's got the bullseye.
Yeah, because he's Mr. Positive. That's all right. I'm going to play the Bernard card today. All right?
Yeah,
Sixers are going to be fine. All right?
Bernard Bullseye is on my back now.
Let's go to Dantes in Bethlehem. Dantes?
Oh, man, what a bad loss last night. But, again, there's still hope.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, guys, we got to do two things to win this series. We got to play defense, and we got to distribute the ball on offense, and we got to play with some energy. I mean, it's real simple. Don't let them get second-chance opportunities. You know, play with more energy, play with more aggression, and maybe we got lucky and we win this thing. Come on, Sixers. Let's clap our hands, everybody. Woo!
Hey, you got this is like Herb level.
I'm feeling
pumping it,
it.
up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dantes. Appreciate it.
Feeling it.
Let's go! Woo!
Yeah, get that on the board. Come on, Sixers.
Thank you, Dantes. Well, I mean, it's also it's tough to be jamming after that last night's loss, but I think everybody it's game 2.
Mm-hmm.
If the Sixers are going to win this series, dude, it needs to be because they want it more than the Knicks, and that might not even be enough. We'll see, but they need to fight, and that's what they've done so far.
Yeah, and there's been multiple times this year where they have lost by ridiculous amounts. Just a lopsided score, and it really never mattered. It's frustrating to me. It's upsetting because I just don't accept the fact that you should be okay with losing, especially by that much. It's the NBA, and this is a 7-game series. The Sixers, if you had them in 6, you have to lose 2, right? If you had them in 5, you're going to lose 1. I don't know anybody else that said Sixers.
If someone said 5, but Ray, it really is like there's a loss that like all losses. They count the same in the loss column, but they're not all the same, right? Last night's loss for the Sixers to me wasn't oh man, this is bad news. I think like this is trouble. This series is trouble. It was I'm excited to see what these guys look like coming out game 2. Now, if they lose game 2, it may be the Sixers aren't winning the series.
Oh yeah, alarms start going off there.
Yeah.
Having to win 4 of 5 after you just did the unthinkable against Boston. Yeah, you'll be a little bit worried. You'll find yourself in a bit of a bind. Right now, though. Man, game 2's tomorrow night. Get some rest today. They're doing the media, like you said, at the hotel. Everybody go right back to your rooms, all right? I don't need you out there on the floor. Really, they looked like a tired team.
They were.
Those Maxi shots all hit the front of the rim.
Yeah.
Like, those second quarter shots felt like everything was short.
All 6 of them.
Yeah, really, no,
Needs to be more
he just wasn't, he wasn't a factor, and Embiid was not good early. Edgecombe got 3 fouls, it felt like pretty much right away.
Yeah.
And then you have Grimes running around out there.
You just want to hear how positive Bernard is. I forgot to bring this up just now. Last night he said, they could even lose game 2.
That's well, he's right. They could.
Yes, he is. But, man, I don't want to hear that. Nobody else does either.
That's what happened last night with the Flyers.
Hey, now.
They lose game 2, different expectations. It feels like with the Flyers, it's already been a successful season regardless of what happens with this series. Carolina looks like a totally different looks like not a different sport, but a different level when they're out there skating around. With that being said, Flyers responded last night. They got 2 early goals, and then they just couldn't hold on. And then in overtime, man, they had a lot of opportunities in overtime, including Travis Konechny with a breakaway, and he wasn't even close. So, I mean, it sucks. It's not demoralizing to me. The loss isn't demoralizing to me, but it was your best chance of winning this series was last night.
Yeah, that goalie for Carolina was pretty darn good yesterday. And so was Vladar, which is a shame.
Was good until the end.
Vladar was awesome all game 2 as well. He kept the minute, but Anderson, was incredible, especially in overtime. You're right. Like we put out, the morning show put out a poll after a rough night for the playoff teams last night. Which loss leaves you feeling worse? Clearly, the Sixers are leading the charge at 71%. At 29%. The Flyers are actually leading.
Yeah.
That's that all about. Yeah, because I don't feel worse about the Flyers. The Flyers actually came away with going, all right, you stood toe-to-toe. Sorry, I read that one wrong. You stood toe-to-toe with a team that is...
I feel worse about the Flyers.
You do.
And I don't even feel that bad because the expectation's different. But if you were going to win the series, you had to win the game last night. And you had the opportunity. You're up 2-0. Was it 8.5 minutes to go is when they tied the game up at 2 and it felt like it was coming? Yeah. And then you had a lot of opportunities. You had the better overtime. And you lose in the last 90 seconds of the overtime on not a fluky goal, but you know what they call it, Ray? A greasy goal given up by Vladar.
Man, those greasy goals will get you.
Oh, my goodness.
I kind of agree with this guy who tweeted PG, and he said, how can anybody say the Flyers aren't supposed to be here? They're not supposed to win the series, and they played their hearts out last night and deserve better. The Sixers didn't even show up. So that's why I guess I would say I feel worse about the Sixers, not the series, right? Just the loss.
It was a competitive game last night with the Flyers. But you go up 2-0 and you have
lose.
and you lose and you have the better of Carolina in overtime and you had a breakaway. I mean, they're the opportunities you can't miss. Travis Konechny was talking about it after the game. Here it is.
We played good tonight. Like I said, I should have finished that. It should have been over. We're going home with a win, but I mean, we're going home to our fans now. We know what it's like there, so we're excited.
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Who does it feel like has a better chance to win the series?
Yeah, look, you're down 0-2 versus a team that is favored to win the Stanley Cup. Good luck. They did their job. They took 2 at home. Now they got to come to Philadelphia and sneak away with 1 and close it out in their barn, right? That's how it plays out. Very capable of sweeping them, if we're honest. Like, this is a really good hockey team. And the Flyers, like as the tweeter said, PG, they're not supposed to be here right now. But nobody wants to hear that. You want to see them go in there and win, especially when they open up with a 2-0 lead at the end of the first period. I got home. I texted you guys. I said,
Flyers? Yeah, 2-0.
I was coaching my daughter's team, and next thing you know, I'm like, wait, they're up 2-0?
Just like that.
We're going to do it.
And you know what? I wasn't comfortable being up 2-0, right? Were you?
Oh, I thought we were back. I thought for sure we were back.
We were all too early.
I was way too pucked up way too early.
We were 2-1 for the majority of that game, and I'm like, is my prediction going to come out? And of course not.
It did feel like when they scored the goal, it felt like a goal was coming. I don't know if you felt the same way.
Yeah, they had it going.
It felt like it was coming. And they're relentless. Yeah, Flyers power play is brutal.
Yeah, it was.
Again.
Yep.
So you have 8 power play opportunities, and they got 1. 1 was a power play.
Yeah, I think 3 shots total on goal too as well.
They were
something really low.
So it's bad. Again, that's why when I look at the series, it's like, okay, that's a product that's supposed to be winning a Stanley Cup. The Flyers are their first year here. This is where you're looking at your roster and saying, okay, here's where we need to add. Here's what we need to do. We need more talent. We need our best player on the team, and they're not easy to get. You look at Carolina, it's like, okay, like you can see why a lot of people think they can win the Stanley Cup. And by the way, the Flyers played with them the entire game last night.
You're damn right they did. And it just goes to show you, look, if you have a hot goalie, if Vladar kept them in that game, anything is possible. Like, that's where I'm
Got to win game 3. You win game 3, then you put pressure on Carolina that if they want to finish them out, don't let them tie the series 2-2.
Oh, yeah. And we're live on Saturday down at the barn. So I'm hoping we got a little fight. I'm hoping it's a 2-1 series instead of 3-0.
You and Ray are live at the barn?
1-5 leading into game 4.
On Saturday.
Oh, yeah. So I don't want that to be 3-0.
No.
2-1.
Here's Rick Tocchet after the game talking about it.
Well, I think just the belief in the room. I think that really helps. The belief in the room of just staying with it. I mean, we've been dead before, and we've climbed out of the grave. So we keep hearing that we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up. So that's why I'm proud of them.
Yep, use it, Rick.
The players definitely came away feeling.
They weren't defeated.
Yeah, that's the way to put it, because it's not like they're feeling good. They weren't defeated, and I think they came away going, you know what? We let one slip.
We could have won that one, though.
But now we're coming back to our place. Let's show them what we got.
Yep. All right, text line. Davis on a text line with your voice memos or your texts. And leave your name, location, occupation so we can identify you. Or the phone line, Sean, 610-632-0975. After the game, doing postgame with Bill on YouTube, he had called it demoralizing, and I didn't feel that way at all. It was disappointing that they didn't get the win because you go up 2-0 and then you're just holding on. And you're like, all right. So like in your mind as a fan, you're like, all right, they win this game, it's 1-1. Then if they can win both games back in Philly, now it's 3-1. Then you just need to win one more game, and then they win in the series. And it goes from that to, oh, now we're down 0-2. Can they win game 3? Is this going to be a sweep? Like you said, like Connor was saying it this morning on the morning show. Connor was like, yeah, the series is over.
Ooh.
And it's like, all right, I'm not ready to do that yet. But, yeah, the Flyers aren't likely to win this series until they win game 3, Raymond.
Yeah, baby, game 3. I don't know, I'm demoralized after last night.
You are.
It just felt like you had them on the ropes. Like you had them on the ropes in overtime. I watched you outplay them overtime, and guess what? They have a 2-0 series lead. You have nothing to show for your trip down there. I haven't even been able to break this out because we haven't been able to make fun of
Now
Raleigh
they're already home.
and make fun of the whole.
That's a good one.
I don't feel great about last night. I'm demoralized because ultimately you had them up 2-0, then you had them on the ropes, and it's like even if you have that prize fighter, that incredibly great team on the other side down, they were not out, and they found a way to win. And now you got to win 4 of 5 to advance against an organization that they've done anything but win against.
Yeah, I know. Vladar really kept him in it.
Oh man. May the 4th, too. That was the worst part. I thought there was no way they would lose.
Oh, we didn't even bring that up yesterday. Darn. I love Star Wars so much.
Big Star Wars guy.
Big Star Wars guy.
I mean, probably the only guy that literally grew up in the Star Wars era.
Yeah.
And had the little action figures.
Yeah.
Chewbacca I would use them to do wrestling. And then my dogs would chew them up, and I wouldn't have them, and I have to get a new one. But no, like I can't tell you anything about Star Wars.
Wow, May's got
to watch it.
May's got a lot of hits on the calendar. May the 4th, and we got Cinco de Mayo.
Thinking about it today.
So if you're building a burrito of blame, John Marks, about the Flyers last night. Konechny's your guy?
Come on,
the number
dude.
one ingredient?
If Ray's talking about it's demoralizing because they had a chance to win, you have to hit that opportunity. If you're going to win series in the playoffs, you can't miss. And yeah, like he took full responsibility. I'm not going to egg his house or anything like that, like they did to Patullo. But like, come on, dude, you're coming up small, making too much money. They have 2 career playoff goals in 30 games. Like, oh, man, like that was your best chance to win the game.
Yeah, and from the standpoint of like, okay, again, I know better to get into the deep X's and O's of hockey here, but it's like, yeah, man, I'm with you. If you got that slot and you think like this is a weakness on the goalie and you want to pull up from that far, fine. But man, I'm having a hard time buying that that's the right deal. Like you don't shoot from 20, however far he was out. Like
he obviously freaked out because he's worried what he's doing
mentally. That came into play,
right? Why else would you shoot when you shot? Oh, then you're freaking out. It'd be like taking you have a layup to go take, and you shoot from you shoot from behind the 3-point line. You take a half-court shot.
Yeah, but if the goalie has a weakness in that right shoulder and you see it, right, and it's something that you're down up, I don't know.
Awesome.
It's not how I would have done it. Okay, I would have skated in it a little bit closer, maybe a little deke, a little shimmy, and put it in backside.
If you have a high-range rifle, sure, but he's shooting with the same gun from 500 yards. Oh, Mike, do we have sound of that? All right, let's hear it.
Dvorak in to take the draw here against Taylor Hall. Now the Flyers get free. Konechny goes in. Konechny shoots wide of the net. He misses the goal. As it came to TK, he was in alone.
He was. He certainly wasn't.
They had another one, too. Was it Martone that came out of the penalty box? And they had like a little breakaway, too, as well?
Yep, like a half breakaway.
I see some people calling out Porter Martone on the timeline, like...
And you know what? When you rely on a 19-year-old to be a goal scorer for you, this is what happens.
Yep.
They need somebody offensively to step up. I mean, you know what they need on their team next year, Sean? Their best offensive player.
Yeah, that's all.
Right? You agree with that?
Can you get an Austin Matthews from Toronto?
Being a Zamboner, as I am, but I think it's fairly obvious, they need their best offensive player.
Yeah, they need a bit. With all due respect, honestly, no. To hell with Pittsburgh and the Penguins and all that. It looks like a different sport.
It does.
It looks like a different sport, what you're matching up with right now. The Hurricanes look like a team in their prime, and the Penguins look like that 40-year-old men's league, comparatively. Like, the speed is just there.
Yeah.
The talent's there. It's a whole different tax bracket when we're talking about that Hurricanes team.
Do you remember that after game one, it was like, wow, the difference in the speed and athleticism from the Flyers to the Penguins? You saw the same thing with the Flyers in game one. They weren't ready for that. Those guys skate.
Yeah. Those guys have been here once or twice.
Yep. 2 times in the last, 3 years to the ECF. Came up small. So this is a golden opportunity for them. It just is frustrating, as we've said, that to go up 2-0 and to let it slip away the way that they did, especially in overtime, too, where it's like, all you got to do is just get one. Get one, you win this game. And they were peppering him. The one thing I thought, like, the difference was, like, and again, X's and O's here, but it felt like the shot and that's it. Like, where's the traffic? Where is, like, the people? Okay, you get the puck on the net.
You're letting them off the hook.
Get people in there. We got to get the sticks and poking and all that, right? To maybe stir one up and let it loose and then tuck it in.
That was the problem in the 2 games you lost to Pittsburgh, which was that you could look at shot totals and be like, oh, well, they had this many shots. How much of them were high-pressure shots, though, where you had rebound, right? Like, there's only so many goals you're going to be able to get when you're shooting, and their power play's brutal.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like I'd rather not be on the power play than on the power play.
Power play's been tough.
Carolina's relentless. They're great at killing penalties, too, but
They were 1 of 7 yesterday. 1 of 7. Carolina was 1 of 6 on power plays.
I thought the Flyers played a good game other than you get 2 early goals, and then you're just kind of hanging on for dear life, and that's what's going to happen when you're facing a team with better talent.
Remember game 1, I told you about the stats with the hits and the faceoffs won. Well, 44-29, Carolina won faceoffs last night. That's going to get the job done. And then the hits, 49-48, basically evened up there. So that was definitely something that was brought up in the team meetings from Carolina's perspective. Sure thing.
All right, was there a dirty play at Embiid's expense last night? We'll merge back into some more 76ers talk. We also have a pair of voice memos, including from someone who's standing up for Sean Brace.
Thank you.
What is that about?
It's about damn time somebody had my back.
Black Gritty's on the line.
He stands up for me. Black Gritty, good dude there. I mean, I'm telling you. And I ordered the blue paint. I got the blue paint. I didn't know. I didn't know about the blue paint deal.
Now
and
you do?
people were coming at me all day yesterday. Okay, now I know.
So we're going to, by the middle of the show, we'll know whether we're doing it tomorrow or Thursday.
I'm getting it tomorrow. So I did the fast pace. You know, Amazon changed things over the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you noticed, but it's coming tomorrow.
At what time?
I don't know.
Well, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
We have to do it on Thursday.
Well, hold up. We'll see. All right.
Do they have this at Target or Michael's or?
You got to find body paint. They don't have it at Target.
All right, we'll do some investigating.
All right,
but we'll know more on that because Sean and I said. Well, I said it, and then Sean was limped. I said that the Sixers win the series against the Celtics. We'll paint ourselves blue.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, coming up, all of those things. I can't wait to talk about this dirty play involving Embiid. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks 97.5. All right, let's talk about Comer Cross, COMER Cross.com. Been talking about him for a couple weeks now. If you have that garage floor, it has cracked concrete. This is my garage floor. Cracked concrete stains. I don't have the old epoxy job. You may. If it didn't hold up, you can completely transform your garage in just one day with Comer and Cross. And it looks absolutely incredible. A true showroom finish. And right now, they're offering 50% off installation. And the best part is they make it easy. So you want to get this done, but you don't want it to be a hassle, right? They will move all the stuff out of the garage for you. They repair all the cracks and pits so it looks like new, and then you choose your custom Comer and Cross finish. And this is not paint or epoxy. This is built to last. No chipping, no cracking, no tire lift, and it's 50% off installation, and they get in and out in one day. They make it easy. So if you want to have that showroom floor every night when you pull into the garage, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, the website, comercross.com, COMER cross.com. Dirty Deeds?
That it is.
Oi, oi,
You're an
oi,
AC/DC fan?
oi. You have to be.
Do you?
AC/DC. Like, if you played high school football, you listened to everything. Hell's Bells, Thunderstruck.
Oh, they have some hits for sure.
Shook Me All Night Long. Come on, man.
You know what it was? I didn't grow up listening to that.
Yeah.
So really, I was older, and I'm like, oh, like these are actually, like they're stadium rock type songs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they're awesome for that. I didn't really follow them at all other than that. But, man, huge
Angus.
Angus Young.
Brian Johnson. Come on, man.
All right. Dirty Deeds. Well, we play that because was the play on Joel Embiid, was that a dirty play?
Nice work, Ray.
So the situation is the game's still in reach. They were behind, I think, 16 points at the time. But Maxi has the ball. They're playing like a little bit of a two-man game, and Embiid's trying to set a screen. Bridges is guarding Maxi, and Embiid screens him. He kind of runs into him and then extends the elbow and got him in the gut, in the midsection, which on Joel Embiid means possibly the area where he was operated on just a couple weeks ago. So for everybody that saw it, and I just retweeted it at John Jon Marks Americast Media at John Marks Media on Twitter. Is it a dirty play? I'll give my opinion. It's borderline. Is it dirty? He's throwing an elbow. He's extending an elbow. Do I think he went into it thinking, I'm going to aim for the incision? I don't think he hit him there either. But still, anywhere around it's going to be sore. Do I think Bridges was trying to hit him like that? No, not necessarily. Yeah. But I'll say this to Knicks fans that are saying, oh, stop crying, Embiid. I don't want to hear squat from you when he does the same thing, when he steps on somebody or he does. Because Embiid's a borderline dirty player. Right? Bottom line, he is.
He knows what he's doing, yep.
He plays with edge with that. And you know what? That's what Bridges did last night. This is a playoff series, and I expect that type of physical stuff. And you know what I say? Then I don't want to hear you whining when he does the same thing to you guys.
Agreed. And it's playoff basketball. And, of course, they know what he's been through. So if he's going to set a screen, at the top, if he's going to set one of those, then you know darn well you're going to run hard into him, right?
There's going to be contact.
Yeah, Embiid's going to put that pick out there, try and free Tyrese or free VJ, whatever it is. You know it's coming. And if that's the case, you're going to turn around and run directly through him. It's playoff basketball. I didn't think it was dirty at all. I like Joel Embiid's answer, right? Because he was like, I don't know if it's dirty or not. I don't think it was necessary. That's his honest take. That's fine. But at the end of the day, flip the script. If Karl Anthony Towns went through an appendectomy, like that, there you go, and just came off of it. And let's say VJ, because he's got a little edge to him, comes off a pick and rolls into it. And just like I said, flip the roles.
He extends the elbow. He clearly was trying to make contact with him.
Yeah, we're not going to say that that's dirty, right? It's playoff basketball, man.
Agreed.
This is physical. And I will say this, wake up, 76ers, because that's what's happening. That's the edge they're playing with.
That's how you're going to have to play.
You got to match that. You got to be ready to go.
Yep. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And they better be, because that's what's coming.
Yeah.
They better be. The Celtics didn't have that. The Celtics wanted to shoot threes to win that series. That's not what the Knicks are going to do at all.
I combined screen and pick there. You like that?
Excellent job.
Ooh, nice work, yeah.
Yeah, good work. Let's go to Black Gritty from blackgritty.com. Black Gritty, hello.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm so upset. So last night, they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They scored early in the first period, that's all I said yesterday. That's all I wanted. They did it twice, and then the rest of the game, not like this, not like that. Talk it. Why didn't you challenge the goal in overtime? That was goalie interference. And they really glazed everything and tried to rush everything. Vladar had his mitt on the thing, and then the other player came and put his puck on his, not a puck, put his stick on his hand and held him down. That's goalie interference. At least challenge it. Challenge it. I know at the end of the game and all the I don't care. Pay attention. I don't know if we got a replay guy. I don't know what hockey has, but somebody should be on that. Because when I'm sitting there watching replay over and over again, I'm like, that's goalie interference.
Were they talking about it on the broadcast that it should have been challenged? Because the game was over, and I immediately went on YouTube with Bill.
I didn't hear it, but Black Gritty, I thought the same thing, and Tockett stuck around.
That's my point. I'm like, they didn't talk about it. I'm looking at them like, you got your stick, pin the man's hand down, and then the other player comes and taps it in. And I'm like, again, I'm black gritty, but I'm not Mr. If I get on the ice, I'm cracking it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never went on no lake nowhere frozen. But I'm saying I can see, and I'm like, that was goal interference. I'm like, deuce. But anyway, let me calm down. Whew, let me tell you about
Hold on, you haven't been on ice skates before?
That's good.
You didn't freeze your backyard, Black Ready?
Hey, let me tell you something. The planet Earth still rotates because my butt has not been on no blades that can cut the planet in half. That's the last thing you need my rotund self to do is to cut the Earth in half, gentlemen. I'm trying to save the planet. Shut up and let me focus on what I need to focus on.
That's good.
Now, the 76ers, no legs, you get it. I know everybody hates Philadelphia, but when we say we don't care, now I care. You don't schedule my games back to back. My dudes can't get no rest. Yeah. I gotta have cross-eye vision every night because I gotta watch on the split screen. Like, stop hating on Philadelphia because I hate Knicks fans with all my heart. Every single Knicks fan that listens to this show, because they listening, they chirping on Twitter everywhere. Your entire starting lineup loves Philadelphia. They come to Eagles games. They come to Phillies games. When they retire, they're never coming back to your trash Madison Square Garden ever again. His sassy self is out here wearing green every day of his life, okay? So shut up. Your whole team is Philadelphia. Lord help us, we need to win this series because I can't stand the Knicks. And Tackett, goal interference. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'm blue. I believe I'm blue. I believe. Y'all crazy-looking white people. I'll talk to y'all.
There he is, Black Gritty. Yeah, I mean, if the Sixers could hold up their end of the bargain, this is a really nasty rivalry. Because everything you said is true. You said it earlier. All the celebrities and Howard Stern will be sitting courtside and not wanting anything to do with being there. And then you have Tracy Morgan, Stiller. Spike, doesn't it feel like Spike Lee's 169 years old, not 69 years old? They've been around forever. He must have been really young when he
still
looks
the same.
He does. He looks like Mars Blackman.
And he's got the energy, and he was standing up the whole time, and he wants to be seen. He's wearing those crazy outfits. I respect Spike. I get it. But
he's been a big-time Knicks fan for a long time.
Annoying.
Completely.
They're all annoying. You got the comedians, all those. Who else was there? Like rapper Shabuzi. Yeah, I get it. It's the place to be. Oh, by the way, you had the Met Gala infiltrating my timeline. Like, it was just so, with everything New York. Yucky. It was so yucky, Ray.
Yeah.
Yucky.
So speaking from New York, do they still say it on Saturday Night Live? Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
Live from New York, it's Bob Cooney. Joining us next on Patterson. Bob, I mean, he's a seasoned NBA professional. He knows his stuff. Was last night a flush it, not worried about it? Sean's a little bit more concerned. Ray and I are feeling great about the loss.
Bob did say there was no shot there beating the Celtics.
Good point.
Is he got to paint himself blue?
A lot of us said that.
I don't think he made that bet.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
We're going to have a new bet if the Sixers win the series for Sean.
Here we go.
I have some ideas. Bob Cooney, Matt, Mike, I'm sorry I ran out of time. We didn't get to the voice memos as well. A lot to do next segment. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Well, the Phillies won. I'm Ray Dunn for this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Family and Company Jewelers. Get the perfect gift for the mom in your life. Browse the huge selection of gifts at every price point. Route 70 in Marlton or at FamilyJewelers.com. South Jersey's Diamond destination. Yeah, it was a tough night for the teams in the postseason. The Flyers fell behind 2-0 in the series against the Hurricanes. A 3-2 overtime loss down in North Carolina. Taylor Hall with the game-winning goal for the Hurricanes. Again, down 2-0. Rick Tocchet, though, says this team's been dead before.
I think that really helps the belief in the room of just staying with it. And we've been dead before, and we've climbed out of the grave, So we keep hearing that we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up, so that's why I'm proud of them.
Sixers got buried. They lost 137-98 to the Knicks in Game 1 at Madison Square Garden. They were down 20-plus at the half. Game 2 is tomorrow night, and live from New York, it's Bob Cooney from On Patterson joining us next. Phillies last night got away in 1-0 over the Marlins. They won 3 of 4, 6 of 7 now under Don Mattingly. They've got the A's tonight at home. This update's also brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic. at Michaels and Balakin won.
Nice.
Yep. Well, there you go. All right, I got to do an online order, but I'll do that after. We got to go up live to New York as Bob Cooney from On Pattison, our buddy, joins us as the 76ers get absolutely bludgeoned last night. And Bob joins us right now. Hi, Bob.
What's going on, guys? How are you today?
I'm surprisingly, considering the Flyers blew one in overtime last night and the Sixers lost by 39. I'm in a pretty good mood today, Bob. I really am. How are you?
Well, that's because Aaron Nola gave you some strong pitching last night, John. So, you're always looking for the positive.
Always.
I'm always in a good mood. It's 80 and sunny up here in New York, so a lot of walking today. Get done some interviews this morning, write a couple stories, and then the rest of the day to myself.
Man, go sit in Central Park, feed the ducks or something. You'll have a great day. All right, so,
I will.
So here's where I am. The Sixers look like a team that played on Saturday night in Game 7, a very emotional win on the road, and had to be in Madison Square Garden for Game 1 last night. They look like it. They look like a team that was kind of gassed and not ready for that game. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely, and that's what I wrote. It's what I wrote last night after the game. There's like this thing in the NBA and maybe all of sports. When you're a rookie in the league, they'll take you to classes and tell you how to spend your money and how to save your money, and they'll tell you about the evils that may be surrounding you. And then I'm convinced now that the third thing they talk about is never use being tired as an excuse, because we went into the press conference last night, and I knew that's what I wanted to write about how tired they were, and I just knew everybody was going to say it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, but it's a reality.
Yeah.
And the reality last night was, John, they just had nothing. And it's emotional and physical. You win a huge series. This is for people that don't know. They win that series up in Boston. They don't get home until about 2 a.m, try to get some sleep. They reconvene in the afternoon on Sunday. They fly back up here, or however they got here. I didn't check that out. But they get back up here to New York, and then Sunday morning on the floor again and Monday morning watching film and all that, and boom, there you are in front of 20,000, rabid fans in Madison Square Garden. People, they text me and tweet me, oh, they make $50 million a year. I understand that, but that doesn't tell your body not to be tired. And that's where they were last night. You hit it on the head.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an excuse. It's an explanation. I thought they were going to lose the game. I didn't predict 39 points, but I thought it was going to be a game that they didn't win. And, Bob, if that was the best game the Knicks are going to play in the series as far as shooting, and that's the worst game the Sixers are going to play, I like the Sixers' chances in the series.
Yeah, last night is different because of all the reasons that we stated when we started talking. Also, you have a Knicks team that you're correct. They shot 63% from the floor. The Sixers shoot 41%. Tyrese Maxey had one shot in the first quarter, didn't make his first basket until like 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. It was different, but Jaylen Brunson's real, man. And trying to curtail him, I've been watching basketball a long time, been involved a long time. To watch somebody control a game like that, not just control his defender, but control the whole floor when he has the ball in his hands is different, and it's hard. And the Sixers threw 3 defenders at him in the first quarter last night, Edgecombe, Oubre, and George. When they had Paul George on him, I turned to the guy next to me. I said, oh, this is going to be interesting. And Brunson nailed 2 jumpers right in his face.
Yep.
He's just a controllable guard that really commands attention and can control the game like the likes I haven't seen in a long, long time, John.
Live from New York, it's Bob Cooney. I'm with Middays and Marks here. Bob, back over to the offensive side of the ball. You brought up Maxey, and that's where I'm at. It's just, here we go again, and he ends the first quarter with 1 shot attempt. That's unacceptable in the grand scheme of things in the second round of the NBA playoffs, but tired legs, we know that was the real deal. I guess big picture question I would have for you, Bob, is how do they get more offense, right? And also, we're talking about 1 extra day of rest here. It's every other day. How much more fresh are we going to look at the 76ers tomorrow?
Yeah, that's a great question, Sean. I don't know. I didn't like their offense in the first quarter. They were running total isolation for Joel Embiid, nonstop, every time down with 4 guys standing around. I know he's dominant in what he can do, and he usually owns Karl Anthony Towns and all that. But it just seemed like they stayed in that too much. Now, there could have been more thinking by Nick Nurse. Look, that doesn't wear on your legs. Let him post up. let the other guys look for their open jumpers if the Knicks go and double team, and then work out from there. But it just wasn't happening last night. And I didn't like their offense. There wasn't movement. And again, everything that we talk about and that I wrote, it goes back to the tired legs, and it's just a fact. And that's, if you're a half step behind Jaylen Brunson defensively, you're done. If you're a half step away from trying to get an open jump shot, if you're the Sixers, you're done. And that's what happened last night.
Yeah, Maxi, I'm reading your article on Patterson. Didn't have his first basket until 6:57 to go in the second. That's not a formula to beat the Knicks in Game 1, Bob.
No, it's not. And you know what else disturbed me about the Embiid post-up thing? I'm watching VJ Edgecombe or Quentin Grimes later on in the game stand in a corner being guarded by Jaylen Brunson. You know what Jaylen Brunson had to do? Stand there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to work on him defensively. Yeah. You have to make him move. You have to see who he's covering and set high picks so that if the Knicks switch it, well, then Jaylen Brunson has to be covering the basketball. And that's how you have to go about, I think, offensively attacking the Knicks. And then, not that Embiid's your secondary thing, but you can post him up when you want to. That's always a good remedy to get some baskets. But I just think they have to attack Jaylen Brunson a little more on the defensive end.
With posting up Embiid, was there too much attention on maybe, hey, let's get these guys in foul trouble to start the game, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad, and they did. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns got 3. Yeah, and then Mitchell Robinson comes in and he gets fouls, and which was interesting in itself. But when they did that, all right, I'll go to your first point. Yeah, I concentrated on it too much. It's never a bad thing to get bigs in foul trouble, especially if it's Karl-Anthony Towns or whatever. I do, whatever the reasoning, I do think they concentrated on posting Embiid just a little too much. But when they started fouling Mitchell Robinson, when they brought in Justin Edwards to do it, the first thing that rang through my head, and I don't know about you guys, was, wow, desperation. And it wasn't desperate like we thought they thought they were gonna lose. I think it was desperation. They were thinking, I got to get some fire under these guys somehow, and that's what Nick Nurse tried to do.
Bobby, you giving him more of a shot in this series than he did against the Celtics?
Yeah, look, New York's playing really, really good basketball. I mean, they've won their last 2. At one point, we said they were up in their last 2 games by 82 points combined. After 7 quarters, they were up by 82 points. They're playing really good. And you can't rely on the Sixers and last night being tired and all. The Knicks kick their asses anyway. They have to somehow find a way to guard Jaylen Brunson. You can't just leave Anunoby open all the time. He went 7 for 8 last night. They have really good secondary players also. Yeah. So it's going to be a battle. You say a series doesn't start until somebody wins on the other team's court. I'm not saying it's a must-win, but they certainly have to show themselves better on Wednesday night.
Yeah, you can't lose that one, Bob. If it's not a must-win, you can't lose. And then you also look at the rotation you just mentioned. The Knicks are obviously a little bit deeper. But when you got to bring Justin Edwards in, and he had a good year, you know what I mean? Like, he had a good year. I was happy for him. But you're talking about playoff basketball now, and now he's out there trying to – you got to hit big shots, man. Big spots, they're down big. So I think you're also seeing – Sean had said this earlier. He painted the picture of, well, here's all the reasons why the Knicks are going to win the series. Now, how did the Sixers flip that? The same way they flipped the Celtics series, Bob, which is going out there and playing defense, making a couple adjustments. And really, like what you saw last night from the Knicks, they're relentless. They want it. The Sixers got to want this, man. This has to be a heavyweight fight. And that's what I'm looking for coming out game 2, which is a team that says we can't lose this game.
Yeah, and one of the things that you said is heavyweight fight. What does that mean? It means you probably need more than 5-6 players. The Sixers just don't have that. I mean, they have Quentin Grimes coming off the bench. That's fine. And I like Andre Drummond for the 8 minutes a game that he'll spell and beat or whatever. But you're talking about a Justin Edwards, a Dominic Barlow, a Dembona last night, I think had 5 fouls in 3.5 minutes. I'm not kidding. Like,
I know.
Somebody shouted it out. It was like 3:36. He had 5 fouls, and 3 turnovers because they were all offensive fouls. And that was a guy that started game 1 against Boston. Let's not forget.
Wow.
So, it's an uphill battle. They're going to have to find a way. It's going to be a struggle because the Knicks are just playing really, really good basketball right now.
Bob, last one for me. You're inside that locker room postgame. I know JoJo was asked about it, and Mikal Bridges is making contact with the area you just got the surgery on. Did the other players notice, and do you think that that's something that, we're going to bring to the table in game 2?
You should. They better. I mean, you're looking for anything, right, Sean, in playoff time. you're looking for stuff to boost your team. Even the Hacker Robinson thing, it was something to try to get a boost. Well, if this puts a little fire under your butt, that Mikal Bridges threw to me, a blatant elbow into the stomach of Joel Embiid when the play was already passed. And Embiid acknowledged it. Yeah, the other players, I don't think anybody else really talked about it, but it'll show up on film today.
You're right. And
I'm sure it'll be a talking point, and it should be. I mean, that was cheap. Now, you can't do anything that's going to harm your team, but, you're going to have to let the Knicks know somehow that, you just can't push them over. And that'll be incumbent upon the Sixers right now, yeah.
Bob, appreciate it, man. Great stuff. And we'll catch up with you later this series.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
There
Thanks,
he
Bob.
is, the great, great, great Bob Cooney, who said it was blatant, which it was. And here's what I say. I don't want to hear it when Embiid throws Karl Anthony Towns an elbow to the throat. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from the Knicks fans because that's Embiid's the dirtiest player ever. Yeah, I know. And what did Bridges just do to the dirtiest player ever? He hit him in a friggin' incision from surgery, and it was clear. But that's okay. This is playoff basketball. I mean, Sean, listen, we grew up when the Knicks were Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley.
Yeah.
I mean, you were lucky to be alive after those series. So I'm used to this stuff. If you're going to drive the lane, you're going to end up on your back. So let's bring it. They need to match the Knicks' intensity.
Yeah, I'm not here. I'm not trying to defend anything. I just, he goes after Maxi. There's a lot of space. Is it uncalled for? I can get that far. The blatant elbow, though, that Bob just said.
Okay, so look at it. What reasoning does he have to throw the elbow? Other than he's making sure he gets a hit in.
Is he going after the incision?
I don't
Probably
believe
not.
that.
He's going after Embiid, though.
Yeah,
he's running through Embiid.
Right, you want to run through the guy.
Yes.
I don't care if it's Joel Embiid or if it's Justin Edwards. I want to send a message. It's early on in a playoff series.
And you're up 18 points.
Yeah.
You're stomping them. Yeah, I'm going to let you feel this. Boom.
Right.
Okay.
And especially if it's Embiid, you want to make sure Embiid feels it.
Just be
because
ready
you want
for
to
it.
send a message to him.
Yeah, at the end of the day, again, I'm not sticking up for Bridges, but at the end of the day, you're setting a pick for me. Like, you're coming at me here. I'm going to run through you, but this is not going to be easy for me. I'm going up against Joel Embiid, 300-pound monster.
Yep.
Did Bridges in that moment say, I hope I knock his insides around? No, probably not. He probably just wanted to send a message to Joel Embiid.
Okay, but is it well known and talked about
Correct.
that when you make contact with him, he just had surgery? I think we'd be naive to think that isn't talked about.
Absolutely, and it's a part of gamesmanship. It's a part of the game. If a guy has a wrist injury, you know what? You're going to might go after the ball a little bit more than maybe you would. Like if he's driving down the lane, all right, I'll take a
Look
shot.
at quarterback.
Same thing.
He's got a bad hand. Guess what defenders are doing?
Like
They're targeting the hand.
I agree, John. Naive is the word. Like, I'm with you. I just want it to return.
Yeah, let's go.
Because
Let's go to game 2.
That's what they're bringing to the table. Are you willing to match them? You got to be ready to go to hell if the Knicks are already there.
Yep.
Their fans are. They're nothing but Lucifers.
No, but I mean, honestly, after, and I feel dirty saying this, but after the series 2 years ago, I looked at that Knicks team and was like, yeah, they're dirty. They're grimy. I like that team. They're good. You almost wish that was your team. Like, I want the Sixers to play like that. Play with some edge. You get teed up. Like, I don't want you, like, Embiid sometimes will get teed up for, like, stepping on a guy when he's walking away or whatever. How about throwing an elbow to somebody's neck?
It might get you tossed. So you
Yeah,
want to
well,
get
I don't want
tossed.
that. But you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, like when he grabbed Robinson, right? When he grabbed Mitchell Robinson in that game in 24. Like, they still cry about it. Mitchell Robinson was crying about it just a couple days ago. Like, okay, but that's what this is. That's what you got to do. All right, I'm on the ground. Well, you're going to join me down here.
Yep.
I don't want to get thrown out. We can't go that far, especially with JoJo. But maybe Bona. Instead of picking up 5, we just give him 1. Give a little shot to the neck.
I had another great idea for game 2. Let's go Joe Mazzulla. And let's start Bona, Barlow. Johnny Broom can he play next to Embiid? Let's start all the scrubs that haven't played all year and see how they start off and see if they can get a
See if
bump
you
off
get into
that.
a 9-0 hole as fast as the game starts.
Correct. All right, we so update the poll that we put on Twitter.
Yeah, so the poll at 975 Middays. Are you worried about the Sixers after the game 1 loss to the Knicks? 66% of the people are not worried.
There you go.
34% saying they are worried. First reply, though, it's the Sixers. I'm always worried.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And by the way, Sean,
Yes.
I'm not telling you that after seeing the way the Knicks played, not just last night, but the team that they are, yeah, they're a really good club.
Oh, yeah.
And the Sixers need to come out and match it.
We have a good club.
But for whatever reason, after the Celtics series, instead of the doom and gloom, which I typically would have with the Sixers, it's I want to see what these guys are bringing to the table in game 2. Because now they have VJ Edgecombe, who ain't whoever was here before. And now they have Paul George back that has actually shown some resolve and some leadership and the ability to hit some big shots. And Embiid. Embiid has acted differently this playoff than typically I've seen before. He's had some really big games. He's come back. Like, it means something to his teammates when a guy has major surgery and he comes back and he joins them in the playoffs and they come back and win.
I agree.
Let's go.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you all the way there. And like I said, the fact that we can't just one day after that big series victory say, this is Daryl Morey's vision, and now all of a sudden the next day say, oh, it's terrible. No. This is the vision. These are the pieces. They're not a deep team, but they're a decent starting five.
Oh, my God.
Deep team.
Really good 4 out of 5 for them.
Of all the things that he said, oh, my God. And
That
that was after he traded McCain. And we were a really deep team.
They are not a deep team. The Knicks are a deep team. I mean, Alvarado, they got names coming off of that bench. That Deuce McBride, he's been hitting threes against us forever.
He's really annoying.
Yeah, like OG. They got.
He's really annoying.
And they've flipped a lot. They've done a lot of work over the years to get to flip RJ Barrett.
Leon Rose has went in though and built a hell of a team because
Correct.
no one could escape the toxicity of the owner, and he went in there from being an agent, and he has turned that team around. Signing Jalen Brunson, I mean, that wasn't. People didn't think that was like everybody was saving cap space so they could sign Jalen Brunson. I think a lot of people were surprised he left Dallas. Dallas didn't even try to max him.
They got crushed. The Knicks got crushed for giving him that contract.
Yep.
A lot of people are like, who is he? Becky Hammond, they still are popping up her comments when she was on ESPN. She's like, he's not a 1A player. He's proved everybody.
Oh, and he's one of the best players in the league.
Oh, absolutely.
But now he needs to get over the hump. Now he needs a final to get to that next tier.
Well, he's got an NBA Cup. Like, you got to respect the
That's
cup.
right.
Boys.
He does. They do have the well, they don't have the banner. They didn't want the
Got to respect the cup.
Ray, what else did we want to do this segment?
We got some voice memos. We got texters upset with you.
All right, give me the texters upset.
Yeah, just a number of texters that I could summarize in one way. Stop making excuses for this team. This game was ugly. I know they had a day off, but it's a playoff. Let's get together. Stop with the excuses. Tom from St. Augustine,
Not
Florida.
an excuse. I love St. Augustine, Florida. By the way, Crescent Beach I've been to many times. Love St. Augustine. Not excuses, explanations. It's an explanation why they got crushed last night. It's not an excuse. There are no excuses. You lost it. Whether you lost by 39 or you lost by 9 or 99, it's one loss. Boom. Now they come out game 2 and they don't have energy or they can't match the intensity of the Knicks. I think people are going to feel a lot different. But based on that first series, they've earned the benefit of the doubt in game 1 for me.
It's exactly how it played out. Game 1, lost by 30 plus. Here we are.
That's right.
Same thing.
So what do we have time here for a voice memo? Yeah, give me a voice memo, Ray. What do we got?
Hey, good morning, you guys. Xavier from Newtown. Just want to call in, talk about the series real quick. Listen, that first game, man, we were bound to lose that game. It was set up for us to lose. I'm coming off of 2 days rest and coming off the floor. I actually was telling my people at work, man, I would have actually sat Joel that first game and just took that L. I knew we was going to lose that game. To lose it like that, I didn't expect that. I just got a bone to pick, man. And I'm not blaming this just on Tyrese Maxey. We didn't lose just because of Tyrese Maxey. But you could not go the first quarter of the game shooting just one time, bro. You just can't. Jaylen Brunson got like 14 points up, 16 points in the first quarter, and we sitting on a 1 attempt, bro. We cannot let that happen. Come on, bro.
Good stuff.
Great voice memo, and he's absolutely correct. Tyrese, you've proven your worth. Go. Play downhill. Credit to the Knicks. They know what he's capable of. But come on, man. I can live with him going 3 of 14 and the Sixers losing. I can't go with him getting one shot attempt in the first quarter.
No, you're going to see a totally different Sixers team in game 2. You're going to see a different Maxey.
I'm getting excited.
Brunson had 27 in the first half. How many did he have the last couple minutes of the last couple minutes of the he scored 11 points in the final 137.
Oh, man.
11 points, including the 3 to end the half, which was just a killer.
It was a snowball.
Because the Sixers, they're trying to hold for the last shot, and then they get fouled. And Maxey made 2 free throws, but they had 7 seconds left, and they had more than enough time. And it's like, all right, You wanted to end the half with getting points and then not getting another shot. Nope. I mean, OG's banking in three-pointers from the top of the key. I mean, makes me sick.
Yep.
The entire game made me sick.
Well said.
It's unbelievable. All right, so we have more texts coming up. We have phone calls. Do people feel like we're making excuses for this team? 610-632-0975. Middays with Marks, John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. 610-632-0975. Sixers Flyers. Excuses. We'll talk about it coming up. It is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
New playoff losses. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. And the Flyers fell behind 2 games tonight in their series against the Hurricanes with a loss last night, losing 3-2 in overtime. Taylor Hall with the game-winning goal for the Hurricanes, who defended home ice, winning both games at home. Rick Tocchet after the game talking about the loss to the Canes.
You know, I think that really helps the belief in the room of just staying with it. And we've been dead before, and we've climbed out of the grave, you know. So we keep hearing we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up, so that's why I'm proud of them.
Down 2 games done in the series. The Sixers now down a game to the Knicks, a 137-98 loss in game 1. Fell behind early, and it was over early in that second half. Game 2 is tomorrow night as the Sixers look to bounce back and split on the road to start that series. Phillies on the road, won 3 of 4 over the Marlins, including a 1-0 win last night. They've won 6 of 7 under Don Mattingly. The Phillies have the A's tonight as they begin a 3-game homestand. This update's also brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment. Shop summitracing.com to keep your ride road trip ready. You'll find everything from pre-trip maintenance, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
You know how there's like some days you remember and they're like, wow, what a day of misery that was. This team lost, this team lost, this team lost. Wasn't a good night last night to be a sports fan. But it's not misery today, is it? Are more people miserable? Am I just setting a different tone than how people feel? Ray? I don't know. I mean, I wasn't, I'm not in a great mood today. But
yeah, I don't know if it's
positive,
a miserable
John.
morning. It was a miserable night.
It was a miserable night.
Yeah.
No, it sucked.
You got the people together to watch the games, and all we walked away with was, oh, man, Aaron Nolan pitched well against the Marlins. That's not exactly what everyone wanted to walk away from last night with.
No, and I don't know how many people did. Well, the Flyers losing in overtime sucked.
Yeah.
Because they had the game.
They had the game.
They had the game.
That's, you had the split.
You had
the split. You had them down there. You were down there, and you had them. You had them right there. You had them on the ropes all of overtime. You couldn't get a shot on goal. It seemed like after you scored those 2 goals, and all of a sudden you outshot them, 14-5 in that overtime? And now we're coming back here. They're down 0-2. We were doing a show down from Xfinity Mobile Arena with the series 3-0 just weeks ago, and now I'm fearful that we're going to be doing a show
down 3-0.
Down 3-0. Well, we're not going to have the brooms out. We're going to be worried about keeping them away from us.
Cinco de Mayo right now in Philadelphia, and of course on Cinco de Mayo you get smashed a lot like our hopes. Just got smashed.
Yep. So the burrito of blame goes to who, as Sean put out there.
Well, we didn't give the burrito of blame, or the main ingredient, in the burrito of blame for the Sixers. Where are we going with that? Who are we blaming there? It's just the people who make the schedule.
The first round series, which screwed them. Yeah, the whole team.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maxi, you can't take one shot like that. You can't score your first basket 6 minutes to go in the half. Especially with what Brunson is doing.
And it didn't feel like they were defending him like crazy. I don't know.
He was all out of sorts.
Yeah.
He was all out of sorts. Whatever. Yep. All right, so join us this Friday. Check this out, Ray. We'll get some voice memos coming up. This Friday, May 8th, at the PGA Championship Merchandise Store at Aronimink in Newtown Square. Live from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And, Sean, check this out. Mm-hmm. We have a $100 gift card each hour to the merch store.
Can I win?
You cannot, but if you win it on site, you can use it. You don't have to wait. You can use it that day.
That's great.
All right? One $100 gift card each hour. The 2026 PGA Championship is not until next week, but you can get a jump on the merch with us. It's a 50,000 square foot PGA shop merchandise open this weekend. You don't need a ticket. Friday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We'll be there on Friday at 10 a.m., 10 to 2. Pick up your official PGA Championship merchandise early, beat the crowds, and get your photo taken with the Wanamaker Trophy. Admission and parking are free. So really, you just go and see us, and you can buy some stuff.
That's a pretty good deal.
Because if you try to go next week, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah, you're not getting around there. And, of course, you're not going to be able to see the trophy, right? And, oh, by the way, if you are going next week, even if you have a ticket to the event, dude, you don't want to be carrying around your merch, 1. And 2, that store is packed from start into finish. When we were there at the Truist last year, it was insane. Like, so many people are packed inside that merch store. So come on Friday. Great deal.
All right, we have some voice memos. Let's get to them. What do we got, Ray?
Yes, our Sixers were spent yesterday, and the NBA should look ahead and after a 7-game series, plan on it going there and giving these players 2 days off before another series starts. And, they weren't going to win that game yesterday, but the problem of it is now you have to win Game 2 tomorrow. If you don't, you're really in trouble, in my opinion. You could say what you want about the Boston series and we came back. This team's totally different. And what's killing me is that I kind of saw in the beginning of Game 1 here, I don't want Joel to get out of character and start going head-to-head with Towns.
Yeah, it's a worry. We talked about that yesterday. Yep. I didn't necessarily see that. Nothing was going right for him. Embiid wasn't good early. Maxi wasn't good early. They actually were only down after the first. It wasn't that bad.
They were hanging. Yeah,
it was a game. They had the lead early.
Yeah, they were hanging. They definitely. I was like, all right, good start. Let's keep it going here. And then the foot on the gas, so they didn't stop. Yeah, the Lakers and Rockets finished up. I get it. I know how this stuff works. I don't know how this stuff works, but I know it's been said 1,000,001 times. Like, this is the reason why that the Lakers are playing at such and such time. And it comes down to the financials and these television networks. I get it. The almighty dollar controls all. Lakers finished up against the Rockets on Friday. They're not playing till tonight. Just Tuesday. You want to talk about the rest?
Friday, to
Saturday,
Tuesday?
Sunday, Monday. That's 3 days, relaxation. Like, okay. And the Sixers finished on Saturday. You heard Bob Cooney. Finished on Saturday night in Boston. Fly home. Get some sleep. Yeah, right. Sunday morning.
So you get home Sunday morning at what, 5, 4?
I think they said 2 or
2, okay.
Yeah, so 2.
By the time you get home,
It's about 5. Let's just
and
say.
the lights out and the sun's out, and you're only getting a couple hours sleep.
These guys have been doing it a long time, but good luck getting sleep at that point in time. And then you're reconvening down at the international airport. You're catching a flight, I believe, or however they got up there. Bob didn't remember that. Let's just say they flew up there. Boom.
What, to New York?
Yeah.
Probably train.
Probably train. I think so, too.
Yeah, it's the easiest way to do it. You're up there in an hour. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah. All right. Then they were relaxing, but then up Monday, shoot around, playing Monday night. That's a tough turnaround.
Guys dragging.
Yeah. Yeah. No one misread the calculations, though, about last night.
No. So there's some focus on Sean. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's hear it.
Uh-oh.
Yo, fellas, how you doing? Bill, the mailman here. Not the mail carrier, a mailman. Hey, Shawnee, how you doing? Sun Ape, it's the best. I used it yesterday. 70 proof, brother. I got a whole spring and summer to get through. God bless you guys. Love the show. Peace out.
There you go.
There's a lot of focus on the sunscreen conversation at the end of yesterday's program.
Nice.
I got an email, and it was an AI-generated image of, I believe it was John. I got to go back and look at it, on the cover of one of the Sun Bums, except it was branded Sun Ape.
Send me the email. That's funny.
Mailman. I like that. He started that. Yeah. Sun Ape. Yeah, it's a new product that we're pushing. See if we can get in that business. Oh, by the way, right? So I get my suntan lotion last night or yesterday before we go and I coach my daughter's coach pitch team. Use it. The freaking nozzle. It's
so it won't spray out the regular way. It's all drippy.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
And those things are $20.
Correct. Yes. No matter if I got a cheap discount at Costco or not. It didn't work.
That's why you gotta keep the 40% off coupons from CVS. You gotta reserve it for that. Oh man.
I literally wanted to spike it off the ground. That's how mad I was.
I just went back and looked at this email again because I want to make sure. I was confused as to who it was supposed to be because the person has hair reminiscent of John, but has the Sean tattoo across the belly.
Goodness. Our listeners don't miss. They don't miss.
I'll send it to both of you right now.
All right, do you have another Sean one?
Yeah, we
Let's
do.
Hear it.
What up, fellas? This is Philly Mike out of Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. Man, Sixers got punched in the mouth last night. They were dead tired from the get-go. Would be nice if we had a couple players coming off the bench that could contribute, but hey, you got to get under the tax in February. You can't put forth a competitive team, right? Josh Harris, sell the team. Hey, Marks, you got to watch out if you're setting any bets there with Brace. He's not known to pay off his bets when he loses. I'm hungry, Sean. Time for dinner. Pay up. I know where you are.
Wow.
Capitol Grill. Let's go.
Wow.
You still owe the steak.
Yeah, we're setting it up. That is funny. I'm going to fight him. Yes, I owe him a steak dinner on Eli Manning not making the Hall of Fame. That was a 5-year bet, and that was a bad bet. I was shocked that a Manning who played in New York did not get in with a entertainment.
No, I was
angle.
surprised. I was surprised too. I was really surprised.
Trey Thomas was locked. He was like, he's a first ballot. He's absolutely getting in.
I mean, the beating Tom Brady twice the way that you did and being the Super Bowl MVP. I know that he's a 500 quarterback.
Yeah,
I get it. That eventually will get him in. It doesn't get him in the first ballot.
Yeah, I
was surprised.
I think the name eventually gets him in, but
so yeah, the Manning name definitely helps.
I thought that was going to get him in first.
All right, coming up, do we have to replace one drop on the board with another? I don't even know what this means.
Uh-oh.
I can't wait to find out. Your chance to win $1,000 is coming up at 12 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
The only place you
around is that I felt like we were starting to go. You know, I felt like the last game in Chicago, I go back to Chicago because that's the game I remember of kind of the battle and the fight. Atlanta, we played good. We played pretty good. You know, we lose, but we really we could have won 2 of those games in Atlanta. And so you saw it coming. You know, it's pretty comfortable with, you know, we have talent and we got a good team. And we knew we had a good team. It was just a matter of getting it going.
Good team. Not a good club.
Ooh.
Part of the allure of the good club is it's just so odd how they use the word. Him and Topper and Dombrowski just club.
Really good club.
Yeah.
Good club.
And he went good team.
Donnie Baseball.
Got a good team.
Yeah.
I think you have to leave good club on there.
Yeah, we
got a really good club.
The good club, you know, in respect to Topper.
Well, that's the thing.
We can use them. We can just use them.
I
all
know.
The time. Good team added to the board. I don't think you have to replace it.
No.
We got a good team.
But it always happens when a new drop happens, you use it in higher rotation, and then once it wears off, then you go to something else. Like we have the Mike Schmidt drop that he said the other day.
Hey, Ray.
Oh, that's tremendous. Great stuff there.
We got a really good club.
Oh, by the way, that Bohm Q&A is getting a little run. I saw that get picked up yesterday. And, you know, look, I think Michael Jack knows a thing or two about playing the position, especially in Philadelphia. And, oh, by the way, hitting the baseball, right? So I respect his take, and I didn't think he said anything out of line.
Michael Jack yesterday joined us and said that, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the quote in front of me, he said that Bohm's been given enough time to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
And from this point, I mean, he's had, you know, like, now he's got another manager. He's got a hitting coach, like, and he's questioning if it's the mental side of it, which it is. Baseball's a mental game, because he even said his defense has been fine. He's been pretty good. Like Bohm's been turned himself into a good defensive third baseman, not a great one, but you don't think about replacing him defensively when you come in. He's turned himself into at least an average to above average defensive third baseman. Problem is at the plate, because he is a good hitter. And Schmidt had even said putting him in the cleanup spot, did that really do him good? Which it didn't, obviously, or it hasn't. But anyway.
Well, and then there was a report. He's going through it with, of course, the lawsuit with his parents. And the recent report that I just saw from Forbes drags one Aaron Dolan into the conversation. How about that?
And the little treat that he's been. So they're still together? Local girl who does stuff on ESPN. And
I love the term treat. That's what I call my wife. Come here, my little treat.
Right.
Yeah, it says court documents. This is according to Forbes.com. Court documents filed by Bohm's parents this week detailed that Bohm's girlfriend flagged an issue with living in property that was technically owned by an LLC set up by his parents. Bohm, quote, arrived at his Texas property in October of 2025. The documents allege that his parents were planning to return to Florida. He said his girlfriend was planning to move in, and she felt uncomfortable living in a house owned by Next LLC that in turn was controlled by his parents. So Aaron wasn't down with that, and I guess that was a little bit of a...
Yeah, I don't know anything that's going on internally with the family. I feel badly for him that he has to deal with it and it has to be public,
especially in season.
Yeah, it sucks for him. He seems like a nice enough fella. So
does she.
Hope he can turn it around. Yeah, I mean I see her on ESPN. She does. Oh,
she's the greatest. She is the greatest sports bettor to ever grace the stage up there at ESPN. The one year they put out her record, it was like 80%.
Is that right?
Oh, she can't miss.
She should get a website. Maybe we can get her to call in on the show and give her 800 number. You know, we have the handicappers on. Why can't she do it?
She is good, though. I won't lie about that, because I did say, I'm like, yeah, they're fudging the numbers. Who doesn't, right? And I don't think you should do that if you're ESPN, if you're supposed to be a respectable platform. More on that coming up at the news at noon, whether they're a respectable platform or not.
Play the Schmidt. You have the Schmidt on Alec Bohm. Listen.
Don Mattingly is a potential Hall of Fame player, and he's there every day. He's watching. He was one of the greatest hitters of all time. If he can't get through to Alec, along with the hitting coach, Kevin Long, maybe there's something in terms of Alec's demeanor, his makeup. I don't know. In the old days, in my case anyway, they threw you out there and said, take your lumps and figure it out. If you don't figure it out, your butt's going to AAA. And that's the way it was in the old days. They threw you out there and said, you got to figure it out yourself. Alec just needs some kind of a change in his approach mentally. Maybe it's a change in his stance, or where he holds the bat, or widen his stance out, or maybe it's something, open his stance. I mean, I tried stuff all the time, new stuff.
All right, Schmitty yesterday.
Yeah, come on, man. We're sitting now with Michael Jack. Beautiful day here in the Delaware Valley. Talk a little suntan lotion.
Yep, damn right.
Nothing better than that.
Here's the pitch.
Hey, Ray.
All right, so are you doing another bet for the series now, Sean? Because we're going to be blue either tomorrow or Thursday. I did order it.
Nice.
I need somebody to go pick it up at the Michaels.
I just don't know if people want me to be on that side, because that's what it comes down to. It's like, I'm essentially saying Sixers aren't going to win. Like,
that's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm feeling.
But like you're entitled to feel like that. And after last night's game, what you said was the Knicks are the better team. And it's hard to argue after watching last night's game. And by the way, what they've done, this is a playoff team. Like, they haven't made an NBA Finals, but they've been in the playoffs. And when you lose big playoff series and you come back the next year, there's that part of the team that's like, man, like the Sixers aren't standing in our way. The path to the finals is right here. It's wide open. The Celtics losing leaves it wide open for the Knicks.
Wide open. There's no excuses for the Knicks. Now,
I think people aren't giving the Pistons enough credit.
I totally agree with you, and we'll worry about that when we get to the next round.
Correct.
But right here, right now, because they played last year, it was a great series. I think went 6 or 7, if I'm not mistaken. But these are the things that take place in playoffs where the Spurs are going through it right now. You're looking at a Timberwolves team who went back-to-back conference finals. The Spurs with Wemby are ahead of schedule. And what happened last night? Game 1. They lost. Like, you got to take your lumps in the playoff. The Knicks have done that. So the Sixers, we've taken our lumps over
too many lumps
as well.
Yeah, and I think Wemby had as many non-cold goaltendings last night as he had regular blocks.
Double-digit blocks.
He had 7 or 8 in the first half.
Set the record for most blocks in a game.
No, offensively, because I caught a little bit of that game. Offensively, he was not good. But
man, he affects every possession on the defense side of the ball. Credit to the T-Wolves. They were monster underdogs. Anthony Edwards comes in, gets the job done. He only had 18 points, but he was off the bench. 104-102. It was a great game.
Yep. Text line here. The Davis Honda text line. Kevin from Delco checks in. It says Aaron Dolan went to O'Hara.
Yeah.
And ran track, and her times were better than Ray's. Track. According to a report out there by somebody.
She's a sprinter, I assume?
Yeah, I would wonder what she ran.
If she was a sprinter, I imagine that.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
Do you have her if it's a long distance?
You can Google it. We found Ray's.
Kevin from Delco can Google it. I don't have the time in my day to go look up Aaron Dolan's PRs. So
but Kevin and Delco Googled it and said that you were like a respectable runner.
I was average.
Yeah.
What'd you run?
Nobody's giving me a statue at Springford for my running career. I can tell you that.
What did you run the Broad Street in?
124.
Now, when you went out afterwards, did you have your medal on?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
So what's that?
I want that drink discount if they're giving out drink discounts.
Was it an 8-minute mile split?
8:15.
Oh, dude, that's
crazy.
Kill anything I could do.
That's ridiculous.
So if you go look at it, and Kevin, I'm sure we'll find the splits somehow. You want to go find my Strava, Kevin. The splits are disgusting.
What's your Strava? What does that mean? Is that
it's a running app.
Oh,
you track.
I thought it was the sugar you put in your coffee. Strava.
That's Stevie.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking things that people out there would understand.
Hey,
but
Ray.
You guys don't.
Yep. Your chance to win $1,000 is coming up, and you see what I got here?
What is
split pea soup?
There you go.
I brought it in the thermos. I was craving it. I saw it in the pantry this morning, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going split pea soup.
Oh my goodness.
It's so good. Look at it.
Yeah, you
People
are.
watching on YouTube.
You got the spoon
with ham. I don't do split pea without the ham or the bacon.
Cut the ham up and throw it in there like lunch.
It's out of a can. It's a Progresso.
Oh, okay.
But my mom does make a mean ham and bean soup or a split pea soup. After typically like an Easter where she makes a big ham, she put the whole ham bone in there.
Oh, now we're talking.
Now we're talking. That's living, right?
That's good right there.
Doesn't Ray look like a guy that likes a nice split pea soup with ham?
Don't think I've ever had split pea soup.
What do you mean?
I'm not a soup guy.
Why not?
I don't think I've ever had split.
But you have red hair and a beard. You look like you should like it.
Maybe.
What's your favorite soup?
Just chicken noodle, man. Don't mess with the classics.
Chicken noodle? Like a French onion?
I could go for a French onion. Yeah, I'm down with a French onion.
Clam chowder.
I don't order a ton of soups.
Clam chowder.
I do not like clam chowder.
The white.
I do not. I like, you know what? I like Manhattan clam a little bit, and I like crab soup. If I go to Ocean City, Maryland, the crab, the spicy.
And you drop those little crackers in there.
The oyster crackers.
Yeah.
That's living.
Could we go bisques? Could we go bisques?
I'm not a bisque guy.
I'm a bisquesman.
Do you know the history of the oyster cracker?
No.
Somebody got fired for throwing one once.
Hey, Ray.
Nate has Ray's splits here that he shows us. All right. Well, I don't even know what this means. Like, you giving me the splits. I like, all I know is that you finished the race. Which I don't even want to run.
I went out fast, and the plan was to die into a PR, and I did die into a PR.
All right, so the last mile you ran was 9 minutes, 9:09, and then the last 0.2 of a mile was 8:58. What'd you do? Walk?
Pacing. That was pacing. It was an 8:58 pace.
You ran a 7:20 mile to start?
Right.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, you were sprinting. First 3 miles were good.
Right, and then the rest of it happened.
Coming up, your chance to win $1,000, and the news at noon is going to prove to be very eventful. Mad Dog Russo, Draymond Green, and Kendrick Perkins. Your chance to win $1,000. Middays with Marks, 97.5. Let's go talk about your garage for a second. I got a couple emails being like, damn it, you Marks. I didn't realize how crappy my garage floor was until you started talking about Comer and Cross. COMER Cross.com. If your garage floor is cracked, stained, or peeling, it's time for an upgrade, and this is pretty simple stuff, people. Comer and Cross can transform your entire garage floor in just one day. It takes one day, and they take everything for you. They move your items out. They repair the cracks and damage, and then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor. And right now, it's 50% off installation. It's not epoxy or paint. Comer and Cross floor is the gold standard, guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift ever. It's fast, it's clean, built to last. The perfect showroom finish when you get home. Call them today. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or, hey, you want to check out to see what it looks like? Go to their website. It's awesome. ComerCross.com. COMER Cross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
2 playoff games, 2 losses. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Updates brought to you by Summit Racing. Equipment shop, summitracing.com to keep your road trip ready. You'll find everything for pre-trip maintenance, plus enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase. The Flyers fell behind 2-0 in the series against the Hurricanes. They went up 2-0, but lose 3-2 in overtime. Again, trailing this series now by 2 games. Rick Tocchet says they've been dead before and found their way back.
You know, I think that really helps the belief in the room of just staying with it. And we've been dead before, and we've climbed out of the grave, you know. So we keep hearing we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up, so that's why I'm proud of them.
Sixers got buried in New York by the Knicks, 137-98. They were down 20-plus at the half. They have Game 2 tomorrow night to try and salvage a split up there in New York before the series comes to Philadelphia on Friday night. The Phillies won on the road, 1-0 over the Marlins last night. They win 3 of 4 in Miami. They've won 6 of 7 under Don Mattingly, and they've got the A's tonight. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
guess he's pulling this offline. This is from Kevin Adelko. Aaron Dolan, 5:05 mile.
Woo. Oh, yeah, she did. 5:0 was the best I did in high school, so she did get me.
All right.
Wait, a mile? You run how fast?
5:22 for Ray.
That's
Well,
crazy.
online, they don't. Not all of them were on the special scoring thing, which is the ridiculous thing. I don't get any credit for league races on this stuff.
Oh,
because you ran a 4-minute mile. You just
5:08. That's what 14 seconds better. I want my credit where credit's due on that.
So that's your personal best, 5:08.
My personal best. I'll never hit it again.
That's
So I
crazy.
better get credit for my
Dude,
lifetime.
that's cruising. Well, so what event did she play? Or did she do?
I don't know. I mean,
she was distance.
Yeah, she, according to Kevin Adelko, it was, it's what her best in high school, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not running a 5-minute mile. I ran 2 miles on Sunday, though.
Did you?
Not continuously. Well, I mean, I do the Orange Theory, so it's
nice.
you're doing the all out for a minute and 30-second walk. All for a minute.
I haven't been to the gym since Wednesday. I need another day before I can get back.
Because you did it when you went away.
I had the idea of going this morning, and that alarm went off, and I said, nope. No, thank you.
No. Well, and late games last night, too. It's tough. It's this time of year's tough to get up super duper early. You're up late.
Little man had a midnight, I don't know, hankering for a bottle, and then had to get back up there again. Like, Lord have mercy. Go to bed, kid.
These damn kids. All right, let's give you a chance to win $1,000. Boom.
It's time for Fanatic Parlay Cash.
All right, the word is silver. SILVER, silver. You have until 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code of 45911. That's 45911. The word is silver. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules, 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash is stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 3 and 5. And we had a winner on Thursday and Friday from the show. Wow. So don't think you can't win it. The word is silver. Hooah.
I believe there's a Mr. Beasley in the house today. A Beasley himself.
All right.
Yeah.
Brian Beasley?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
I didn't see him either, but I got the email yesterday, and they own a lot of radio stations.
They sure do.
It's a big name.
All right. We'll see if he walks by. We can give him the wave.
Does he personally call you? Is like if the winner is like, hi, it is Brian Beasley.
I don't know if it's Brian Beasley.
Okay.
Probably not.
I've never checked on who it is that calls you. Maybe they are A. Beasley.
Do they have a test like when Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones called the NFL? Is there a test for Beasley?
Hi, this is Tess.
Hi, this is Beasley. You won $1,000. Woo! All right, the 12 o'clock hour of the program is always brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months, rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more. ServiceFirstHVAC.com. News at noon. News at noon with Ray Dunn. Yeah. Stories that you don't need. News at noon with Ray Dunn. Yeah. It's better than listening to Creed. See, that's where we need to cut it. Goes there. Ray goes there. A little long. Ray goes there. Just don't be late for the break.
Day 2, funnier to me than day 1.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
After anticipating it.
Well, I think we have to cut it at the end and just do the first bar, and then boom, go right in the.
Better than listening to Creed and then just.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
All
send out production
right.
instructions for it. All right, we're gonna go into the world of Mad Dog to open things up because he got so upset with the Magic players being upset that their coach got fired that he could not say discombobulated and also invented his own phrase all within 15 seconds of his show. Here's Mad Dog from yesterday.
And you're up 62-38, and you can't throw the ball in the ocean. Your team looks discombobulated offensively. A deer running around without his head, and you're going to sit there and now moan and groan that he got fired? Doesn't work that way.
You know, discombobulate? What?
But you know, like that doesn't surprise me. But the deer running around without its head.
Either a deer in headlights or a chicken running
around with its head. Yeah.
One of the two.
God,
Wow.
he is awesome, and not just for that. He's just awesome. I haven't even I thought, oh, he's gonna go on first take. He's gonna be on ESPN. He's gonna kind of overdo it. You're gonna get oversaturated with with Jason Kelce. Some people complain about. Not at all. I want more.
Yeah, not with Mad Dog. Mad Dog's real. He's authentic. He's himself. Does he stir it up? Does he know what he's doing? Sure. But he don't give a damn. He'll talk
He doesn't give
tennis. He'll talk horse racing on a Friday, like a football Friday. Like, he don't care.
Yeah, he loves tennis. I remember he was doing his serious show from home, and he was sitting on a couch, and he's talking about the French Open, and he had these little shorts on. It's just what is he doing?
And he's gotten better because, or his image has gotten better because he talked about the gummy.
Yes.
He goes head-to-head with Stephen A. He went head-to-head with J.J. Redick when he was on the show. He don't care.
He goes head-to-head with everybody.
He don't care one bit. Can I ask this question since you played it? I'm going to lose my mind when it's him, Skip Bayless, and Stephen A. Smith at the first take table come football season. Mark it down.
I don't know if I wouldn't put Mad Dog and Skip. I don't think that's a good mix. But Skip coming back to first take, even if it's for a day, I think is genius. You know why? Because the current format sucks. It's all about Stephen A. Smith, which is fine. It's his show. He's the big star or whatever. And they try to match him with different people.
Yeah.
But at least with Skip, I know what he's saying is it's funny to have it one day a week because it's a bit. To stay Stephen A. People think Stephen doesn't even know what he's talking about half the time. He's just being fed information because he's so spread thin. Skip literally has nothing else to do. He's going to come in for that one day and have everything. He's throwing his Cowboys jersey out in the trash. He'll be wearing Stephen A. will be wearing the cowboy hat, smoking the cigar.
I can't believe we're rewarding Skip Bayless in 2026. That's what we're doing. We're rewarding him for the nonsense that he's been spewing, and even at a higher rate with this podcast and the show that he's on now. I can't believe we're rewarding him in 2026. Whatever.
Ray, what do you think?
I mean, there's a little nostalgia here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one day a week, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Like the Powder Blues. Just it feels great.
I can already feel myself with, the second week of Skip Bayless takes actually being on a national platform and not, a platform that's
Underdog,
trying to gain traction.
something.
Yeah. I'll be upset. I'll be like, we need to platform this guy again.
That first week when he joined Stephen A., it's gonna pop.
I'm not so sure it's the format as much as it's just Stephen A.
It's too much. Well, that's my point. It's too much Stephen A.
I was gonna say I like the format. I like the different voices every day.
I don't like different voices every day when it's Stephen A.
You know what's going to happen with that 5 o'clock spot, right? It's going to be Stephen A. show. You watch, because they're trying to find somebody to do 5 o'clock.
On ESPN?
Yep.
Does he have enough time?
He has a serious radio show.
I think they're going to find a way. He's going to take over that half-hour spot right before PTI.
Would I be surprised? Or, it could be Skip. Skip and Stephen A. Stephen A's the one that makes a lot of decisions over there.
He is the network. He is.
Yeah, I don't need Skip back full time.
Oh, he's coming. Football season. He'll be back.
Well, I mean, I don't need him 5 days a week.
I think it's first take 5 days a week.
Nah, I don't.
Need a one-off.
Yeah.
This needs to be it for
to start. Who knows? No, he doesn't come back to first take 5 days a week. If anything, he does other stuff for ESPN.
In football season. All right. I'll mark the tape.
I need a day after. I need him on Monday. Because after the Cowboys lose or the Cowboys win, he's going to play the whole bit. He's a bit.
I know.
He's a bit.
He's been a bit for decades.
And you know what? I like the bit because at least it's not Chubby Chase Daniel and all those other frauds that tried to do the Skip thing on FS1 that didn't work because they don't know how to do it. At least Skip knows how to do it. He's really irritating. But I gained so much respect for Skip as at least his theatrics. Because the other guys were terrible. Like Shady, that was terrible. Emmanuel Watson, that was terrible. Chubby Chase. Who were the other idiots that were on all those shows? They were terrible shows.
I mean, the only one left that you didn't name from that one show was James Jones on that show?
James Jones
was on that show, and then they tried it with Craig Carton, and then Danny Perkins was on that show. They tried all these debate shows, it just didn't work.
Hey, you weren't you mixing it up with Mr. Carton yesterday?
Do you want to play that later on?
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, 1:30 we'll play it.
Oh, nice. That's right. There is audio with it. You're right.
Yep. All right, what we got?
All right, let's move on to the NBA. A couple of good player podcast moments for us over the last 24 hours. Setting the stage for Draymond Green on his podcast. He's got plenty of time on his hands. Austin Rivers also plenty of time on his hands.
Yeah.
So Green had said, hey, maybe if I was used more offensively, I could have been a better scorer with Steve Kerr. One of his monologues that, this 45-minute podcast where he's just saying anything about the Warriors at this point. Austin Rivers took exception to it. Basically said, hey, Draymond Green's got such a high IQ. I can't believe he would say something like this. I kind of giving it to Green of like, you had your career because you had Steve Kerr. He went after him. So Draymond Green didn't appreciate Austin Rivers being the one to deliver that message and had a message for Austin Rivers.
And I just find it interesting that a guy who was the 10th pick in my draft, I was 35, who's on his second act, still on act 1, he goes, Draymond, never been a scorer. Austin, you and I averaged the same amount of points in high school. I say high school because that's when you were at your best. And then in college, he was still good. He was very featured at Duke because NBA careers, should he really talk about my NBA career? I'm still with my first team. He was gone from his first team in 2 years. The guy received the biggest bailout in U.S. history prior to President Trump bailing out the airlines when his dad gave him $42 million.
Yo!
Yeah.
It's a good line.
Yeah.
Good line.
Edited like hell, but
here we go again.
Yeah, I can't stand Draymond.
the splicing. The only thing I will say about Draymond positive with the podcast is like, at least he has the what to say it.
Yeah, he says something.
Yeah, he's
going to make a lot of money in his post-playing career for sure. I mean, I can acknowledge that. Doesn't mean I like it.
You got Kevin Durant down there in Houston with all the burner nonsense, never addressed it. It's supposedly Udoka said, that's laughable. Everybody, drops these breadcrumbs. Nobody has the what to say it. Draymond hops on a microphone and says exactly that. Pretty good stuff there.
You know where Draymond's going to be sitting, right?
Right on TNT?
Right next to Kenny.
No, I think
when Barkley retires.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if that's going to be anytime soon. Maybe they have to put 4 guys in there until then.
Oh, there'll be an alternate until.
Right.
What a disaster it was year 1 for Inside the NBA.
On ESPN, yep.
Disaster. The biggest thing they had was what just took place with Vrabel and Rossini on the picture.
Yep.
That was it. One clip. I mean, they were.
I can't even name one of maybe one other thing they did.
They were dancing. That got a little reaction, but like they used to set the tone for NBA seasons. They would it would be at the end of the night.
Maybe ESPN figures it out, and you know what the problem is with TNT? They have no other things with sports for the most part. And they had a couple things, hockey or whatever, but like that was their signature sports program. And it felt like it. It felt like that was more important than anything that they did with sports. ESPN is just another thing they put on there.
Yeah, it's also one of the only things they had. Like, oh no, we're going to miss out on the Practical Jokers tonight. Joe's getting pranked. Like
they weren't rushing them off for Sports Center.
Right.
Yeah.
You've seen that episode, man. Yeah. All right.
Practical.
Last one for you at ESPN here. Kendrick Perkins on his road tripping podcast. Wasn't really a fan of Jaylen Brown being upset with officiating.
But this right here that you talking, you can miss me with all this. You up 3-1. Your ass flops at time to sell calls. I don't want to hear that. It was no agenda whatsoever. The agenda was that y'all couldn't make shots. The agenda was that y'all refused to switch up y'all style of play of shooting threes after threes after threes when at times y'all could have drove the damn basketball and went got some layups or put some pressure on the referees. You live by the 3, you die by the 3. Y'all died by the 3. Y'all was up 3-1 in this series. You lost 3 home games in the Boston Garden. 3. It used to be a sacred place.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, when they're up 3-1, does that mean that the refs have an agenda? They want the Sixers to win? Like we said. Yeah. Like regardless, even if they Jaylen Brown does feel like the refs kind of screwed him and Embiid's a flopper and everything else, you just lost, and now you look like a big baby that you're making excuses. And because he does. Like, come on, man. You're telling me you guys don't get the benefit of the calls, winning a championship, everything that you do. Yeah, does Embiid flop? Yep. He sure does. Is it a problem? Jaylen Brown said it's a problem in the league. The flopping. Is it really a problem in the league? Like, what's the biggest problem in the league? Is it flopping? I don't think it's flopping.
No. It's, this
load management.
Yeah, it's the nonsense of that with tanking, all that, right? Somebody said this, and I forget, but they credited Pat Riley with the quote. It's the disease of me, and that's what Jaylen Brown is suffering from, clearly.
Yeah, he's embarrassed.
And he was the number one option. They came up small, but yeah, he said, that was my favorite season.
Unbelievable.
He had no heart. You're talking about Finals MVP, and yet that was your favorite season after you just blew a 3-1 lead.
Well, Kendrick also said, he's like, oh, I like Jaylen. I voted for him. It was one of the top 5 guys I voted for MVP. And it's like, one of the top 5 guys, like he was considered, not the MVP winner, but yeah. I mean, I think it's fair. But he didn't say, I voted for him for MVP or,
It's crazy because Missoula, man, he's catching a lot of heat, obviously, with everything that took place. But, you're talking about the job he did this year. He could clearly be the coach of the year. I mean, he's an incredible season with what he was able to do without Tatum.
Did we check the Davis Honda text line, Ray? What do we have on the text line?
Text line, first from a texter here. I think Ray Dunn not so secretly wants to work for Mad Dog since he mentions him damn near every day. That is Chris from Bristol.
Well, one of the prep sites that Ray uses for the News at Noon, which is just awful announcing. It's unofficially a prep site.
Yeah.
Awfulannouncing.com has great stuff on it.
Yeah, and I think that's Jimmy Traynor. Yeah, Jimmy Traynor. It is Jimmy Traynor that has him. Because I get him and back after this. Those 2 accounts are on my algorithm like crazy. I don't know if I follow either one of them, but they are very much for you on my For You page. Yeah. So I get the Mad Dog clips hand delivered.
Jimmy Traynor was one of the people didn't really want to talk about Diana Rossini.
Yep.
It was like, it's not a story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, now she's apparently going to tell her story.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Can we get Deer Without a Head on the board, too?
Yeah, so the story of Rossini is eventually she's going to come out and tell her side of the story or her story, which is like, yeah, of course she's going to. She's just not going to disappear. What's she going to do? Go get a regular job after this? So here's the play, because they have screwed this up so bad. Her side has screwed this up so bad that you now come out and you more or less say, I got caught up in the lifestyle of being this NFL insider and everything that comes with it, the money, the fame, the travel, everything else. Maybe she throws in there that she, had feelings and, fell in love and, you don't realize it. And it was a long relationship before she got married. And, they didn't see each other through the entire time. But sometimes that kind of stuff gets rekindled. And she turned into a person that she really didn't want to become. This isn't difficult to dig yourself out of. Doesn't mean that she's going to be a reputable NFL reporter for the New York Times or The Athletic anymore. But she could do some digital stuff if she digs herself out of this correctly.
Yeah, she's got to start doing it right, because clearly she hasn't. And she's looked pretty bad. I don't think Vrabel looks good either. Also, if she tells her side of the story, does that open up Vrabel to potentially losing his gig? Like, now we're adding another log.
Well, it doesn't help him.
Yeah, now we're going to reopen the wound. So
there's nothing she can do. Just like with him, he had to do what he had to do for himself. He didn't throw her to the bus, but he certainly didn't keep denying it like was the original plan, right? Like, you have to come out. You have to acknowledge it. So, everybody knows what happened. It's not the first people to commit adultery, two people to cheat on their spouses together, right? Like, it happens. It sucks. It's terrible. But it doesn't need to be at the end of her career. Why it's the end of her career is because of the way she treated it and acted.
Exactly right.
Afterwards. So if you take it from here, we're a forgiving society. We want to forgive.
Oh.
No, I'm not telling you that I'm going to buy any of her crap. I didn't buy her crap before. No, she's a total scoundrel and
she's a terrible human.
And yeah, you have to do it soon, though, right?
I don't think you come out soon. I think you
like, are you reactivating the Twitter? I'm just thinking about the followers.
Well, you got to. No, she has to do that. She can't lose the.
That's what I'm saying.
It's 30 days.
30 days.
But you could also reactivate it and then lock everything to where no one can.
I think I follow her, man. I'm still able to search.
She's a psycho. Her bringing up the wife this past offseason and asking that question, that was just bad. That was brutal.
Everything that she did before, all the videos, everything just makes it look so. Ugh. Even if, because everybody still says she's a really good person, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's because she was flirty and she treated him well. Like, I don't know, but still, people still say that she was a good person. Maybe she did get caught up in the whole lifestyle thing. mean, I have no respect for her as far as a reporter, and I sniffed that out a long time ago. I knew she was a complete fraud because she was.
She loves Mikey.
Oh, by the way, the Jeff McClain, I guess, did he say this on his podcast, Ray? And we're going to talk to Jeff Mosher about stuff coming up at 1 o'clock. But on his podcast, he said somewhere, because I saw it on social media, that the expectation for an A.J. Brown trade is a 2028 first round and then a second or a third in 2027.
Oh.
Get some.
So a first and then some, and you're getting the then
Howie,
some
get it done.
because the Eagles said, okay, we'll take 2028.
Yeah, don't Howie.
All
Or
right.
don't doubt him. Don't doubt Howie.
So I would guess a first and a third, and maybe you give like a sixth back or something
Works
like
for
that.
me.
A first and a second, you give a fourth back.
Get Tess on the phone.
Yeah, can we call Tess and tell her that
Yeah.
we want to log the trade?
Did she connect with you on LinkedIn?
She didn't accept it yet. Still pending.
Still pending.
Yeah, I'll let you know, though.
Didn't personalize that message enough.
All right, coming up, are the Phillies back? Are they back, Sean? Ray, are you in? We're going to have to check in.
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
Bryce Harper talked about what firing Rob Thompson did for the club. Do they have a good club? We'll play that for you. Talk about the big win last night.
Have a good club.
The streak they're on. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Well, the Phillies won. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. A pair of playoff teams and a pair of playoff losses last night in Philadelphia. The Flyers going down 2-0 in the series to the Hurricanes. They were up 2-0, lose 3-2 in overtime. And despite the fact it looks like long odds for them to win this series, Rick Tocchet says this team's been dead before.
You know, I think that really helps the belief of the room of just staying with it. And we've been dead before, and we've climbed out of the grave, you know. So we keep hearing that we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up, so that's why I'm proud of them.
Flyers down 2-0. Sixers now down a game to the Knicks after a 137-98 loss up in New York in Game 1. Game 2 tomorrow night in New York, looking to split up there in NYC before coming home Friday night for Game 3. Phillies won 1-0 over the Marlins in Miami. They went 3 of 4 down there, 6 of 7 now under Don Mattingly. They've got the A's tonight, open up a 3-game set. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, Fanatic deal of the week, Von C Brewing Company. Gift card, $25. You get $50 for $25. Get a taste of the Philly brewing history at Von C Brewing Company in Norristown. Get this deal while supplies last, 975thefanatic.com/deals. Hoo-ah, there you go, 50 for 25. I like that deal. Can I get that for gasoline? Woo! Can I give you 10 for 5? You're going to be paying $5 a gallon by the end of the week.
Oh, man. Let's go. And I got nothing. I got a lot of money to just be burning up these days. Yeah.
Yep.
I need a ride to work, boys.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Well, that's the story I read was the companies are saying, like, hey, take the extra day as opposed to coming in 3 days a week, come in 2 days a week or whatever. Make it a little bit more hybrid.
That's very nice.
Yeah, because what's it cost for me to drive in every day? If it was $70 to fill my tank, and a tank maybe gets me like 3.5 days, 4 days.
Yeah.
So it's like $20 a day to drive in just for gas.
I don't think this is going to go down anytime soon either. That's the scary part.
Oh, no, we're going to go next year. I mean, it may come down a little bit.
I saw Ohio is actually dealing with, like, they might be running a little low on gas.
I saw a picture from Redondo Beach in California. It was like $7 a gallon.
Yeah, I don't. It's just unbelievable.
As Ray would say.
How about that?
Nothing is cheaper these days. Everything has gotten so much more expensive. We are going the wrong way, dude. We really are.
This Friday, again, we'll be doing a live broadcast at the PGA Championship merchandise store at Aronimink Golf Club. $100 gift card each hour we will be awarding, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Make sure you get out. Get all your merch before the tournament starts next week. Friday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Get all your official PGA Championship merchandise. Beat the crowds. You get your photo taken with the Watermaker Trophy, admissions free. So is parking.
Yeah, that's the time to get out there. Honestly, that venue is immaculate, and it's going to be pristine, gorgeous. The trophy's going to be out there. They're going to have a lot of bells and whistles, too, as well. So come on out.
All right. There you go. So that's Friday's show. How about your team, your town? You're fighting Phillies.
Let's go.
Just like we drew it up, Ray, it's not my style to brag, but my Bet Parks pick of the day yesterday was Aaron Nola money line Phillies win and plus 5.5 strikeouts. Now he only got 5 strikeouts, so I didn't hit my parlay.
Oh.
But he pitched excellent in 6 innings of work. Phillies get the 1-0 win.
And speaking of 5, with one more scoreless inning, that ERA will be under 5.
5.06 right now.
Wow.
Oh, we're going to be so back.
Well,
until he has another start, not like yesterday.
Oh, but they're going to start rolling in. The weather's getting warm, and Aaron Nola's getting comfortable.
He looked good.
Phillies right now, winners of 5 of 6, right, boys? Right?
They're 7-3. They're 7-3 in their last
6
10.
of 7. Oh, cooking like street tacos.
Yeah.
They're 5 games under 500, 15-20. They're 7-3 in their last 10.
Woo!
So
we're back.
So for everybody that asked, why would you fire Rob Thompson? It's not his fault. For whatever reason, we asked Michael Jack about it yesterday. What is it? And he said it's not something that can really be explained. Bryce Harper was asked about it. And he said, like, what did it do for the club firing Rob Thompson? Here's what Bryce had to say.
Yeah, no, I think we all, I said to you guys before, I think we all were kind of just waiting for that ball to drop, right? Like, just kind of, it's waiting for something to happen. If Topper was going to get, fired, or if he wasn't, it was just kind of, we need to get over this hump and get through this, whatever that looked like. So as a team, I think just coming out, playing our game, understanding that, we didn't play well, the first couple, weeks of the season, and, April's behind us. So we got to, step forward and understand that we're stacking days and playing better and keep it going. No matter where we're at or what's happening in the game or anything, just keep it going, stack the days, and, be where we need to be at the end.
So the conversation internally was, we need to, we can't restart the season until we find out what's going on with Topper. And, Ray, if the club would have came out and said, Rob Thompson's not getting fired, he's the manager for the season, this is the team, and it's good, we're going to turn it around. And Dave kind of gave you the, oh, well, I wouldn't even tell you if I was going to do that, see. But I give 40 games before I start to evaluate everything. And the players continue to, and the more they lose, the more they talk about it. So Bryce more or less said, we were kind of waiting for him to get fired so we could restart the season.
That's exactly what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
And they did, and it's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, the pressure was released.
It was.
We're not playing to save someone's job. Dude's gone. Sorry. But there's playoff hockey on. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's what happens here.
Is it a bad look? Or is it, I don't think it's a bad look. I saw some people being like, really, Bryce? No, we're just waiting for the manager to get fired and then you're fine. He's just telling you how it is.
It's an honest take.
Yep.
I could commend him on that. And he continues to deliver. Bomb yesterday.
Run last night, only run of the game.
Yep. So, Bryce is doing his part. Again, I just think he's being honest, and clearly they were underperforming, underplaying, waiting for the ball to drop. Something had to happen. Management came in and said, you know what? We're going to fire Rob Thompson. I know darn well that if they went up to Bryce Harper and asked, hey, should we keep Thompson or fire him? I'm pretty sure Bryce would say, I think it's time to go. I think he would.
If you put him on a lie detector?
Yeah. Well, first of all, do you think Dombrowski asked the players? To a point? He didn't ask anyone.
I don't think he did. Why? I'm telling you, he didn't go to Bryce Harper for a conversation. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. But would you not think...
we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
Would you not think that would be a golden opportunity to extend the olive branch if you're Dombrowski?
I think Dave Dombrowski, a lot like how he answered Tim Kelly's question with a, excuse me, you're beneath me, I'm going to the Hall of Fame. I think that's how he looks at the roster. If they need to talk to players, I think they can do that. I don't believe Dave Dombrowski did a lot of searching internally to see if Topper, because they know if there's things that are toxic. They know if things are off in the clubhouse. I don't think anything was off in the clubhouse. And you know how I know that? And this was, I don't know if you guys saw this, because a lot of this stuff's getting lost because both winner teams are in the playoffs right now.
Yep.
But Kyle Schwarber struck out 8 times in a row. 8 consecutive plate appearances striking out, which is almost impossible to do.
Wild.
So to start the next game, he draws a walk. And they gave him a standing ovation in the dugout. And you know what that tells you? These guys are getting along. Kyle handled it the right way. He laughed at it. They were having fun. And I was like, you know what? These guys are good. They're good. I don't have to worry about anything going on personally in the dugout.
I thought it was a pretty cool scene, too, as well. It had a major league feel to it, like the movie. It's ridiculous.
Serrano with the fried chicken. Yeah, the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I do want to push back a little bit on you. Think Bryce Harper would have been cool with them firing him?
It's what he said.
I think he was more I think there's more of hey, we're not doing our job. This guy might lose his job. We got to start doing our job. We got to start doing our job. We got to start doing our job.
And then they didn't, and he got fired. Now they don't have to worry about. You
like,
had said it. Now you don't have to worry about saving somebody's job. He just got fired.
I don't know if there's a disconnect there.
I don't think so. No, I don't. He just. I wasn't expecting that kind of an answer, but it gives you insight to what the guys were feeling.
Just waiting for the ball to drop,
essentially. And then you're just going through the motions, and you feel like, and the more you lose, the more you're like, we're not going to win games because we need them to be fired. So then we can finally say, okay, enough of this crap.
That game against the Cubs, you think as they're coming back, they're like, oh, we're turning it. He's going to have his job. Like that flight to Atlanta after that Cubs series. And then all of a sudden you see, like, there's no way they just snuck in the assistants that Dave Dombrowski wanted there to assess what's going on with the team. They show up in Atlanta after having lost that game to the Cubs. There's 3 guys that they hardly ever see there trying to, or I think it was 3. That's just the number I have in my head. But they got all these assistants for the Phillies just, like, all scattered around. They're looking around at each other like, oh, crap, dude. Like, it's going to happen.
Yep. Everybody knew it was going to happen. It did. And it did. And you know what? I don't think Donnie Baseball's done a whole heck of a lot. I know they were bunning, and they're doing a lot of stuff. Here's what Don Mangley doing differently. The way he's handling the media. The way that he's messaging through the media. What were we talking about this morning, Ray? What did he say?
He's saying that they're bringing in a team from the team, like a group of analysts, to look at the defense and, like, look at what the team's not doing well. And it's like...
Yeah, but you know what he's saying? You guys aren't doing well enough.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. Trey Turner sucks. I hate watching him play shortstop. So you know what he's doing by saying that? Yeah, we're going to bring people in, and we're going to figure out what we need to do defensively because what we're doing is not good enough. I didn't hear that from Rob.
I get it. I just don't know what those analysts were doing before. Like, you're telling me there's something crazy different? We're assembling this special task force to figure out the defense of this team, to figure out why we don't play crisp baseball? Like... Where were those guys the last month? Did the season start and everybody went to Cancun with, like, they'll figure out the defense on their own? They're hanging out in Clearwater like, you know what? Frenchie's is still open. Let's have a couple of drinks. We'll check in with the boys in May when it matters. Like, I feel like this is just regular routine stuff that's happening. It just kind of seems like Mattingly's doing a good job of the PR here of, like, yeah, we're changing things.
Maybe. No, but, like, that puts guys on notice, though.
I guess.
All right. Well, I mean, is their defense been good?
All season?
No, not really.
I don't think the task force is saving us, though. And if the task force was just formed, what the hell are we doing as an organization now? Like, what have we been doing the last couple of years?
The task force. You're funny. All right, coming back. Jeff Mosher's coming up at 1 o'clock. Did you know that Brandon Marsh is one of the best hitters in the history of Major League Baseball?
Say what?
There is an analytic out there that is used that says that Brandon Marsh is one of the best hitters in the history of baseball. Do you buy it? That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Philadelphia.
we're just on Ray's Instagram page. Who is that beautiful young woman you're posing with, Ray?
PHL 17's Lindsay Mopper.
Yes, she was in this morning recording something with Ray in the one studio we have back there.
Those girls are really good, man. They got Tess over there. Monica doing a great job. Yeah, we're big PHL 17 supporters over here. Nice work.
What were you recording, Ray?
They're doing some sort of Sixer special coming out tomorrow.
And you're heavily featured in it.
Apparently.
What's the great Ray Dunn?
How about that?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Ray.
check it out tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, no, great timing. The big Sixers blowout loss to the Knicks.
Well, good timing. We have to paint ourselves blue tomorrow, and the paint that I ordered at Michael's, Vito went to pick it up, and this always happens with Michael's. My wife does apparel and stuff, and whenever you see something online and you do an order and you go in, it's like, oh, well, we didn't have it. Oh, great. Awesome.
I wanted to clarify. You're talking Michael's the store, not Michael's in terms of Vito.
Not Michael Vito.
You're
no,
pro Michael's, the people.
I like Michael's. I don't like Michael's the store
Michael's
when
the
it
store.
when it lies about the inventory. Because Vito, whenever they're to pick it up, they don't have it. They don't have blue. So now I got to pivot to one of the other stores to try to get the blue that we need.
And, oh, by the way, I ordered it on Amazon, and it said it would be here by Wednesday. Track the shipping, not getting here till Thursday. I ordered it 2 days. 2 days. I clicked it. The 2 days.
They do the same thing.
Amazon is not the same anymore. It's just not. Well, I don't know what changed. Am I missing something? Is it obviously everything else that's going on in the world?
I don't know the ins and outs, but I think it just depends on who you're buying from.
Yeah.
Like if it's at the whatever, where do they have like they have different warehouses where then you can get it in like 12 hours and some of the stuff.
Well, I placed the order during the show yesterday. It said it would be here for Wednesday. 2 days. And
now it's Thursday.
Now it says tracking the package. Love tracking the package. It'll be here on Thursday.
All right, so can we hear Bryce Harper again before we talk about this Marsh thing? All right, so Uncle Jamie texts me, and he says the bigger issue is Bryce hates Dombrowski, and that's basically his hidden commentary. So when he talks like this and he's talking about that, is this him more or less blaming? Is this his way of blaming Dombrowski or talking? So I agree he hates Dombrowski, for sure. Let's hear it again. Here's Bryce Harper.
Yeah, no, I think we all, I said to you guys before, I think we all were kind of just waiting for that ball to drop, right? Like, just kind of, it's waiting for something to happen. If Topper was going to get, fired, or if he wasn't, it was just kind of, we need to get over this hump and get through this, whatever that looked like. So, as a team, I think just coming out, playing our game, understanding that, we didn't play well, the first couple, weeks of the season, and, April's behind us. So we got to, step forward and understand that we're stacking days and playing better. And
hear that at all?
Not really.
Yeah, me neither.
Not really. I agree. He doesn't like Dombrowski. I don't think there's no love in between those two guys. That's for sure. But yeah, I didn't hear much there. And Ray came back at me, and I agree with you. You're more right than I think I am on that one, Ray. I think that was more along the lines of like just waiting for something to actually happen versus I don't like Topper. I would fire. It's time to go.
Yeah, I think we all were waiting for something to happen.
We were.
Yeah.
You watch a team start spiraling like that, you don't assume everyone's keeping their job.
How many did they lose in a row?
Got to
10?
10?
Jeez.
Yeah, you lose 10 games in a row. It's tough to keep your job.
Right. They were 10 games under. It wasn't even May.
In fact, I'm surprised the Mets manager kept his job, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Mendoza kept his job. But here's the other thing. Here's what they could have done, because this was the beginning. Right now, we're in this pocket. They're 7-3 in their last 10. What's the record with Mattingly? They have one loss?
Yeah, 6-1.
Yeah, 6-1. They could have said, hey, we have a favorable stretch. Let's keep Topper. If they don't turn it around during this, then that's where you make a move. So if they wanted to keep Topper, they could have said, hey, we just need to wait for this, and then they can do it. They obviously thought the more prudent thing was to get rid of him for the stretch. So Mattingly could try to turn the season around, or the Phillies could turn the season around during the stretch. That's what they elected to do.
Don't let them get hot.
Well, they're getting hot, man.
And
it's bad teams, but still.
They got a 3-game home winning streak looking to extend tonight versus the A's with Chrissy Sanchez on the mound.
They had 21 games, and I said they easily could go 15-6, and that puts them a game under 500.
That'd be great.
And that was being, I don't want to say conservative, but that was not winning every game you think of. They're playing bad teams.
Yeah, and that continues.
At the A's, it continues.
Could they be back to 500 by June?
They could be. Absolutely. They're 5 games under now.
Yeah. I was panicking.
By June, they could be over 500 by.
I was definitely nervous.
Are you back in?
Oh, I'm definitely back in.
Ray?
Oh,
I'm
in.
so in.
Let's go.
You kidding me?
Oh, you're so in, so you're not like the Sixers.
No, not like the Sixers thing. We're so back.
We're back.
I mean, come on.
We got baseball
I
this
can't
summer.
believe people got rid of this team.
We got Donnie baseball this summer. How about that? And he says nothing. He's just like,
Yeah.
He might be good. He might be good for us to.
He is.
No, not managing. I don't really care for the managing part of this whole thing. I care for us in terms of audio. He might surprise us. I think we might get a couple of bangers out of him this summer.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we haven't been able to laugh at how hilarious his pressers are yet because we're so consumed with everything else.
Yeah.
He might be able to get us through a day in June.
I think you're asking for a little bit too much. Let's just keep it to the field.
We went from Thompson to this. It's not exactly if there was a
that's
high
true.
bar.
That's
We're
true.
gonna trip over it.
That's very true.
All right, so check it out. Brandon Marsh, we agree Brandon Marsh has had a great year so far this year. Really since last May, if you take the playoffs out of it, he's been
365 days.
Man, he's been really, really good. Now, are you a WAR guy? What's your baseball analytics?
I mean, I'm a big time WAR guy. What is it really good for? Absolutely nothing, but major WAR guy.
So I know Ray's a big BABIP guy, BABIP. Do you say it?
Batting average of balls of play.
Right. I don't know if you
BABIP?
Yeah, I don't know if you say it or you just spell out the letters. So it is the batting average on balls in play. It's an advanced analytic that people look at. Brandon Marsh, in Major League Baseball history, ranks second in BABIP, batting average on balls in play. Now, tell me, I'm going to read you the top 5. Tell me which name doesn't belong.
All right.
Ty Cobb.
Stop it.
383. Brandon Marsh is second at 370.
Oh, my goodness.
Shoeless Joe Jackson is third at 360.
This isn't real. This is a bit.
Rogers Hornsby is fourth at 365. And Rod Carew.
No. Those are the names?
359. So in order, Ty Cobb, Marsh, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Rogers Hornsby, and Rod Carew.
Oh, my goodness.
Brandon Marsh, one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball history.
History. We're talking Ty Cobb.
So now I'm looking at the replies of this tweet, and people are like, yeah, but he didn't have as many plate appearances as these other guys. Like, that's your takeaway from it? Not that it's Brandon Marsh?
It's absurd. With his 309 average right now, leading the Phillies.
Hey, man, he's been great.
Yeah.
He really has.
Look, it's not to say that he's proved me wrong, but it's like, okay, go off, be Marsh.
Everybody loves him. It's not like that you don't want him out there. But, like,
Rod Carew. Ty Cobb.
What's the first thing you think when you hear Rod Carew?
It's the Adam Sandler song.
Correct.
Yeah. Hanukkah song.
Like the Hall of Famer Rod Carew. He's half Jewish.
Yes, that's what it is.
Love Rod Carew. So, like, you know, it where it was going and where we are now, dude, it's the beginning of May. Yeah. There are only 5 games under 500. Let's go.
There was definitely some stressful baseball being played there.
Lazardo's looked great in 2 straight starts.
Okay.
Noel looked really good last night. And and by the way, Ray, he's going to have the bad starts where everybody says, Noah, and then he's going to have the good starts where you try to pretend that he doesn't have the bad starts.
Today was awesome.
Right. No, he was really good last night. But he also gave him 6 innings, which you need. You can't. This bullpen's not great, so you have to give more innings, and they've been doing that.
Strike up the mariachi band, boys. They're back.
Cinco de Mayo, they're back.
Can I have a little fun with the BABIP?
Yes.
And the bit there. Yeah, so Brandon Marsh, in what is now 6 years of a Major League Baseball career, 681 career strikeouts. Ty Cobb, whose career spanned 24 years, 680 strikeouts.
Oh, shut up. They were throwing the ball 75 miles an hour. Are you kidding me? Left-handed hitters with that thing. You heard Schmitty talking about yesterday.
Ty Cobb.
It's a batting average of balls in play.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know, a sandwich of Shoeless Joe Jackson, who is a cheater and is banned from the baseball, and Ty Cobb.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty amazing.
Great names.
I would say Brandon Marsh, those 3 guys, certainly the best dude on that list. You know?
As far as people?
As far as the people.
Yeah.
The saying is, you know, he was a great ball player, but a better man. That applies to Brandon Marsh, not the other 2.
Yeah, more than Ty and Shoeless. Rod Carew, as far as I know, is a good person.
Seems like a good dude.
Yeah. Rogers Hornsby, I have no idea. Why is his name Rogers and not Roger? Right? It's Rogers Hornsby. I don't know.
It's a good question.
Born to Roy Rogers? I don't know.
Could have been. By the way, Roy Rogers brought over some breakfast sandwiches.
Wow, nice play there.
That I ate. Thank you very much.
How about that?
All right, coming up next. Oh, yeah. We're going to get some Eagles talk as while we await the A.J. Brown trade, which is coming up. The Eagles quarterback depth chart. What is going on? Is Andy Dalton going to make this team? They have 4 quarterbacks on this team. And the new offense, what is it going to look like? They were running a lot of fullback last year. Seems like they have a ton of tight ends. Jeff Mosher, Philly voice inside the Birds, talking about some good Eagles subjects coming up next. Do not go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
2 playoff games, 2 playoff losses. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Flyers losing 3-2 in overtime to the Hurricanes. Last night they had a 2-goal lead, and then they ended up losing it 3-2, down 2-0 in the series. After the game, Rick Tocchet.
I think that really helps the belief in the room of just staying with it. And we've been dead before, and we've climbed out of the grave, So we keep hearing we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up, so that's why I'm proud of them.
Sixers got buried in New York, 137-98. Got down early. A lot of reserves in the second half of that game. The second game up there in New York is tomorrow night. Sixers looking for the split up there in NYC to start this second-round series. Phillies won 1-0 over the Marlins last night. They were winners of 3 of 4 Miami, 6 of 7 under Don Mattingly, and have the A's tonight. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique. You're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call a 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Tales from the 4th floor stall, Sean.
I normally try to go. Now, I learned from my past ways. I normally go to 6, where it's empty, completely empty, ghost town. I had to go quick run, and this guy walks in, and it wasn't even 20 seconds, and my man was already on it. And who do you work for? Who does number 2 work for? That's from Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
my
like that.
God, it was bad.
So he was
he was using the bathroom. I mean, it was literally the door closed, boom, the stall closed, and it was boom, boom,
It was
boom.
like he was giving birth.
Yeah.
Did he get an epidural before?
What do you eat at lunch?
Dude, I'm telling you, maybe I'm odd. If you gotta go to at work, I understand.
Yeah,
but
it happens.
Like it happens. Maybe he has a Crohn's or something like that.
Oh,
that's
God
going on
bless.
medically.
Yeah.
But like, train yourself not to have to take the It's like people embrace the it's 11:30. See you in a second. Let me grab the Daily News, but now you just use your phone.
Are we not in a grunt-free environment? Like, come on, man.
Well, it sounds like he has maybe trouble with hemorrhoids or something if he's having issues like that. I mean, I would encourage a high-fiber diet. Some Metamucil.
Slide one.
I had problems with it. They were internal hemorrhoids. I never had it.
That's brutal.
Well, it's the worst ever.
Yeah, that's next level.
And I had infection, and I had to go to the doctor, and then the doctor's probing stuff, and I had to get a hemorrhoid pillow, which I still have at home. I'll never forget. I was in so much pain. We had to drive to Dutch Wonderland with the kids. We were like going to Dutch Wonderland.
You can't call
in the
that
summer.
off. Oh, I'm tagging out. There's no way I'm leaving the house if I.
And I didn't have a doctor's appointment until the next day, and I was in so much pain.
Are you walking like no issues? Or are you?
Oh, there
over?
were issues, dude. Bro, I had a hemorrhoid pillow, and I'm driving, and I'm in so much pain. I'm taking ibuprofen and stuff. I'm worried I'm going to have surgery and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, it's like, nah, you should be okay. No, and this is what caused me to have the colonoscopy.
Oh, that's right.
It was like, no, you know what? You're good, but, if you want to have it, insurance will cover it. And I'm like, all right, let's do it.
I'm going to make my appointment. Speaking of the devil.
Yep. So anyway, you never know what's going to happen in that bathroom.
Nope.
In there. So Mosher's going to join. Is he on the line right now? No. Okay. That was him on the toilet.
Yeah, that might have been him. Yeah.
So A.J. Brown, the trade, is there anybody that believes it's not going to happen now? Even the most defiant AJ trade truther just has essentially vanished and disappeared.
The only thing that changed my mind over the weekend was like, is it the Patriots? Like, is there a chance that there's another team that could grab? No. All right.
No, they made a deal.
Somebody else was saying something on the timeline that got me thinking. And then, of course, he had his camp.
Which he didn't talk to reporters, which I didn't expect him to because they would have asked him about a trade, and he's not going to answer that.
And he did an Eagles chant with his son.
Which is very cool. I'm telling you, I have no issue with AJ at all. I love AJ.
Okay.
I know, some people are starting to get mad at AJ because he's leaving because they've realized now he's leaving.
Yeah, he's out.
But he's handled himself, he came out. He was very complimentary of the organization. We smelled right through it. But he didn't make things more difficult for the Eagles to trade him. He wanted to leave. He shut his mouth. And he's continued to do that. And you know what happens after he gets traded? He's going to say nothing but nice things about the organization. He shouldn't talk poorly about Jaylen. He shouldn't do any of those things. It doesn't benefit him to do it. He's calculated.
Oh, very.
He's a smart dude.
He's getting his way.
He sure is. He's getting his way, and the team still loves him, and everybody still loves him. And
there's Jaylen, though.
No.
I was going to say there's got to be a disconnect there. I mean, they were boys.
Yeah, but they haven't had that relationship in a couple of years. I know people will be like, hey, you know that they're, yeah, like I know they used to be best friends. I don't think that's the case anymore. But it also may just be a football thing. And they don't, because everything that I've heard was it's not personal. It's just that AJ's a certain way and he wants to get his and he wants to win and he feels like the offense isn't as good.
I would just like them to have a one-on-one with Jaylen and say that. Because, when LeBron went to Miami and when he left Dwayne Wade in Miami, went back to Cleveland, he spoke to him on the plane at the tarmac, one-on-one. All right, AJ, be a man and approach Jaylen and just have that conversation. Good.
They may have. All right. To discuss that and a whole lot more is our man from the Philly Voice and Inside the Birds. His name is Jeff Mosher. What's up, Mosh?
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Have you heard over, and you've been covering the Eagles for a long time, but in particular with AJ and Jaylen, is it a personal thing? Like, why is it that AJ Brown wants out of Philadelphia? Until he's traded, we still have to broach these subjects.
Talked around this for quite a while. There are several reasons. I think AJ, you just take AJ for his word. How many times did he say the passing offense wasn't good enough? He wants to be a part of an offense he wants to feel like not only did the team win, but the offense thrived, and with the personnel they have, it should, and that he should be a big part of that. And his numbers have gone down, passing numbers, receiving numbers, each of the last few years, even after the Super Bowl. He said it really wasn't as satisfying for him as maybe he imagined. We all remember that. I'm not sure if, by the way, A.J. Brown will ever be he's the type of person, though, I do wonder, will you ever be happy?
No.
And will you realize the grass might not be greener on the other side? I mean, that's just to be determined. And yes, it's obvious and it's clear just from talking to people and seeing the situation that his relationship with Jalen Hurts now isn't what it was several years ago. Whether that is all football related or a combination of football personality, that's you could ask 4 different people, you might get a couple of different answers on that one.
Yeah, I don't, and I think you're right. He won a Super Bowl and he wasn't satisfied, right? Like some people just can't. When you get wins in life, you should enjoy the wins, right? It's easier said than done with some people. And AJ just feels like maybe he's that guy.
The game.
Yeah,
it didn't. Herm Edwards once said, "You play to win the game." They've won a lot of games. He has been a big reason why, even if he's not catching 8 to 10 passes a game, the attention that he commands is a big part of why other people, may not see as much attention. So, like I said, I hope he finds what he's looking for elsewhere. It's really tough.
Yeah.
There are some really good receivers in this league, like Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who catch 8 to 11 balls a game, and they don't win anything.
They lose,
so it's hard to be the Jerry Rice, where you're that guy and you're winning all those championships.
And yet, Jeff, think about this. If we would have told you before the trade, all right, you're giving up a first and a third, you're getting A.J. Brown, you're going to go to 2 Super Bowls, you're going to win a Super Bowl, he's going to have 4 1,000-yard years, and then you're going to trade him for a first and maybe a second or a third, I think we'd sign up for that right now. I guess that's the way I look at it. This was a really good acquisition for the Eagles, and they're still getting value on the way out.
It is, and there's a bright side to that, John, but there's also, I think, and I'm going to speak for fans out there just from what they say and just me knowing what it's like to be a fan. I think that there's also an unfortunate side. Like 2 years into A.J. Brown's Eagles career, I think a lot of people felt, man, this guy might finish as the best Eagles wide receiver ever. Better than Quick, better than Carmichael. T.O. you can't count because it wasn't long enough. But just a guy that you could buy the jersey and love, and you look forward to him being in the Eagles Wall of Fame. I mean, he was that good and that impactful. And I think fans would appreciate seeing that kind of guy stick around like Brandon Graham did for so long to be able to cling to. And the fact that you have to have a conversation about, hey, you're actually getting pretty good value compared to what you gave up and then what he gave you, I think from a fan standpoint is probably unfortunate, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, all else being equal, you would have loved to see 4 more highly productive years and he retires as an Eagle or he goes somewhere else. But so knowing that AJ's not going to be here, the new offense, Sean Mannion, it seems like they have a ton of tight ends. What is this offense going to look like based on, we had mini camps and everything else, but what is this offense going to look like, think, Mosher?
Yeah, it's a really good question and a good conversation. I can't wait until, no offense to AJ after all that, we can actually finally get on with talking about what the real offense will look like in 2026 and the personnel. But I thought that there were 2 interesting developments over the last 5 days. One was Ben Van Sumeren signing with the Buffalo Bills. Okay, the Eagles had tried to make him from a linebacker into a fullback each of the last 2 years, and they had big plans for him, not just being like your normal run the ball up the middle or block up the middle fullback. He was such a great athlete with great hands. By the way, we were told he had some of the best hands on the team, okay? But he kept getting hurt. So this whole idea of this weapon, multi-dimensional fullback was going out the window. And remember, they started using the fullback the Super Bowl year when they signed Kerry Blasingame, okay? So now there's no fullbacks on the roster. Maybe Carson Steele, who has that in his background from the Chiefs, but he's listed as a running back on the website. So that's one development. No fullback on the roster. And then secondly, among their rookie free agents, they signed the tight end. Daquan Wright, really athletic tight end, had an injury last year, but he averaged 16 yards per catch for Ole Miss. I mean, he's an explosive guy who can really make plays downfield at the tight end position. So now they went from having no tight end depth or no tight ends to, holy cow, how many tight ends are you going to have on the roster? So I believe what you'll see and what we've been told, and we've talked about this on Inside the Birds also, is an offense that looks something of a replica of what McVay is doing with the Rams and what obviously Matt LaFleur has done with the Packers. And those guys aren't exactly like Shanahan. Shanahan used the fullback all the time. Kyle Juszczyk, 11 Pro Bowls, big 21, 22 personnel guy. I don't think you're going to see that with the Eagles offense. I think they're going to be more tight end centric, 11 and 12 personnel, no fullback. And then now they got a bunch of different tight ends to use in different situations. So definitely for people wondering where the influence is, I hear a lot of Shanahan talk, and yes, maybe the run game, but if they don't have a real fullback, this will be more like Packers Rams than 49ers.
Yeah, so it gets me to Cole Payton. Because are they really? Is Andy Dalton getting cut? Is Cole Payton not going to make the team? I think what makes the most sense is they get a look at him in some camps, and they decide what to do with him. Was he drafted as an athlete? Is this is he going to be used kind of in a similar situation, an H back or a Y back?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the Eagles. I haven't heard that's the Eagles' plans for him. I do know, Adam Kaplan on our podcast this morning reported that he heard that a team did look at him as a potential kind of fullback H back type. I had reported last week, I think I talked to you guys about this, that there were some teams that wanted him to do non-quarterback drills at his pro day, which he declined to do, which is his right. So I think the whole quarterbacks conversation is interesting right now. The Eagles have 4 quarterbacks, right? I think this is one of the most unique hierarchies you will see in the NFL. The backup quarterback, no doubt, is Tanner McKee. The third stringer is Andy Dalton, a guy who has played for 15 years, made 3 Pro Bowls, played in 4 playoff games. I'm not trying to make him Joe Montana, but he's obviously a quarterback who's accomplished some things in a long career, who's used to being the backup, and I imagine is still playing at this stage of his career because he wants to be a backup who might have the chance to have like a Nick Foles-like situation where you go in, you win some big games if a team needs you. In a normal NFL practice, your starting quarterback gets almost all the reps. Your backup quarterback, so in this case McKee, will get very few. Very few. In fact, some teams don't even get backup quarterback throughout the week reps, okay? Your third string quarterback runs the scout team. You telling me Andy Dalton's going to be running, this 15-year vet quarterback is going to be running the scout team? I wonder how he and his agent feel about that. And that I don't even know if Cole Payton's developed enough yet to be the scout team quarterback because you want that guy throwing and, mimicking Joe Burrow some weeks, right? So I don't. This doesn't make sense to me, and it might change. Again, I think you'll find very few third quarterbacks in the league that have Andy Dalton's salary and also experience. Maybe there's still a shot that Tanner McKee is traded, and that would make Dalton the backup, which would be normal. But what if he's not? What if a team doesn't call for Tanner McKee? You may have a situation a couple of years ago when you had Joe Flacco on the team, but you also had Jalen Hurts, and then they wound up trading Flacco, just like the Browns wound up trading Pickett last year. I have a hard time thinking like in October that Andy Dalton's still going to be the number 3 quarterback for this team.
Jeff,
maybe even by the season opener. Go ahead.
Yeah, the big offseason for the Phillies or for the Eagles continues to roll on. They re-signed Big Dom to a new contract. Can you shed any light on that?
Well, I mean, if there's anybody who earns his keep in that building, it's Big Dom. He does everything and a little bit of everything, and more importantly, he knows everything. So. For as long as Big Dom's employed by the Eagles, I think he's going to be getting those annual bumps, salary raises, promotions.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
I like what you said, development, the word development, as far as what's the latest. Obviously, we know the A.J. Brown news is going to be on the front burner, but what's next for the Eagles? What do we got? Camp coming up. When are we going to really be able to sink our teeth into what Sean Mannion's system looks like? And, of course, getting some of these new players out in the field.
Yeah, unfortunately, probably not until training camp as far as really getting an idea. Now, last year in OTAs, they do open them up to the media. They did, which they didn't always do. It's very weird, but they did. And, we got to see things like Cooper DeJean actually started practicing first at safety before he started during the OTAs, before the big story became that he was practicing at outside corner. So I would look to these OTAs, I think, with the new offense and watching Mannion, how he works, and seeing how the tight ends are used. They got a lot of different tight ends. They're going to use them. They're not all of the same. They're all kind of like masters of certain things, but not all. And so I'm curious to see how that looks.
Jeff, Sixers, Knicks, how does the series end?
I said Sixers in 6, and man, it is rare for a team to have 2 blowouts like that in a row in the playoffs. The way this Knicks actually had 3 in a row.
Yep.
I don't think that first game was a reflection of the Sixers. I think they're better than that. Look, Maxi's not going to have a game like that again. That's one thing I feel pretty certain about.
No, and then like if that's the Sixers' worst game of the series, and that's the Knicks' best game of the series, and I like the Sixers' chances for sure.
Yeah. You got to play a little bit of defense on that Brunson kid, I hear.
Man, you're not kidding. Yeah, they're going to need to step up the intensity without a doubt. The Knicks are showing up. Sixers got to match that intensity. So we'll see. Game 2 is going to be a big one. Jeff, always great to talk to you. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, fellas, have a great one.
Jeff Mosher, Inside the Birds, does such a great job. And also Philly voice.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Big Dom, new contract.
How many zeros is in that contract?
That's a good question, right?
A lot.
He earns his keep. He's really good at his job, and you don't have to second guess that if you're Jeffrey Lurie, anybody else in the power structure of the organization. Dom is the guy. He's got his office down there. I don't know. I was just cracking up. Like, they re-signed him. Like, it should be added into.
No, it's like a story of they re-signed the general manager or a coach. It's like Dom has that kind of weight on the organization.
You're not lying about that.
It's great. All right, Ray, someone on the Davis Honda text line is upset with our Phillies conversation?
Yeah, that they are not back. Sean from Cinnaminson says, how could you be in on the Phillies? They got one hit and shut out, and then they only scored one run yesterday, even though they won. This offense is still terrible. Still need 2 real outfielders added to this roster and bats.
We have a good club.
Yeah, they need some additional players. Yeah, they got Bryce Harper that was an early home run too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it. Hey, man, Aaron Nola kept him at bay. That's what you needed.
You're damn right.
Job.
Saved the season.
Comes to the pitching. That's where we're at. And I know, you could probably flip it on me and say it's only 2 starts. Luzardo looked good. Nola looked good. Sanchez is going to be better. You got Wheeler in the rotation now. Painters look really good.
And Wheelers look good.
Yeah. That's the reason why I'm holding on to the hope that, this team has found something and they're turning it around and will continue to do so.
And Stubby's playing left field too. Like that's,
is that what we're calling?
Yeah.
Stubby.
Yeah. It's great. So update us on the Twitter polls because you have to count Jeff now into the Twitter poll because he's answered that on the air. He doesn't think that Game 1's reflective of the 76ers team, and I happen to agree.
We're ready to call the race here.
Are we?
Yeah, I think we can call the race here. Are you worried about the Sixers after the Game 1 loss to the Knicks? 65% of the people were holding strong here saying no
You said
worries.
60, I said 70, right in between.
How about that?
And you're certainly more concerned than Ray.
Yeah. I am heavily concerned. I get it. This team has been blown out multiple times this year, and it really did not matter then. And guess what? It didn't matter in the first-round series against the Boston Celtics. I get that. I'm just thinking that this Knicks team is a heck of a lot better. More, obviously, a lot better depth, home court advantage. There's just a lot more in favor of the Knicks than what we saw last week versus Celtics, and by the way, what the Sixers have going for them. So, look, they can prove me wrong. They could shut me up, and I hope they do it because there's nothing worse than a Knicks fan right now. Did you see that video? I don't think you saw this video.
What video?
There's a video out there that I retweeted of this cat walking out from the game last night, Sixers fan. He's not fake. It's not set up for content or clicks. He's in a Maxi jersey, and he's just walking to the end of the street, and they literally are trying to rip his jersey off. Dude, it's insane. Those people.
It's like the Halliburton thing.
They need to be arrested. They absolutely need to be arrested. Like, what are you doing up there, police? NYPD, what are you doing? You got to police that. That's not safe. That's not a safe environment for people to walk through. I don't want to come off a whiner here, but come on, man. There's levels to this. You want to yell at me for wearing a Maxi jersey to the game? Sure. You want to rip on me, point at me, film me, whatever. Don't touch me. Don't rip my jersey off. Yeah, that video is insane.
No, we're talking about sending Ray up there to interview before the game.
Well, my physique, they're not going to mess with me.
Yeah, right.
No, but just get out. Don't be around after the game.
Yeah.
You can't.
I'm finding the train. I'm getting the hell out
of
there.
Or just put a sweatshirt on. And
there's also another video of J.R. Smith celebrating. I
saw it got trampled. I saw it. Yep.
Dude, they're insane up there. They're the worst fans right now.
Yeah.
In all of sports, there's nothing worse than a Knicks fan. Nothing. They're complete losers. Like, that video is just, you can't do that. They're trying to rip his jersey off. The kid's want no part of it. He's like, yo, dude, just leaving. You smoked this by 39. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Animals.
So we have a voice memo. on the Davis on the text line. What do we got?
This is Kevin from Delco, and all of a sudden Ray Dunn's a big man. He has 9 seconds faster, apparently, on his mile than it's posted on PA Mile Split. Let's see, Ray Dunn, she still owns you in that mile, so I don't know what you're talking about here. Oh, all of a sudden, let's feel bad for Ray Dunn. No, you lost to Aaron Dolan in this one. Dude, come on, step up. Also, Flyers, Sixers, please step up. I'm tired of losing. Ray, stop being a jinx. Hope to see you at the Phillies later.
All
right.
Hey, Ray.
To be clear, I went to Game 6. The Sixers won. The jinx thing's over. That's a week-old news at this point to Kevin and Delco. She ran a 5:05 mile. That's crazy impressive. She ran club track at Oregon. I was just looking at.
Is that right? Wait, who? Aaron Dolan.
Club track. But still, at
do they have a good club?
No, they have a good club.
Like Oregon,
like
Duck.
the University of.
No, she's a Penn Stater.
I know, because then she transferred from Oregon. I just went and looked up the story here.
We have a good club? Aaron Dolan's out there in Oregon?
Yeah, then transferred back, and I think she ran at Penn State, one of the branch campuses.
Get the hell out of here.
It's a fine line.
Fine line.
Between Oregon and Penn State.
Let's slow down here. She was probably recruited. Listen, I'm lucky I get to the Oregon stop on the Broad Street run. She's running club at Oregon. No kidding, she's got a better mile time than me.
I've never seen her rep the Ducks.
Well, yeah, because she went to Penn State. She didn't like Oregon.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's like Marky Mark. Mark Wahlberg never talks about being the rapper because he doesn't want to be associated with it. That's what she does with Oregon. Don't ever ask Mark. I asked Mark Wahlberg about he was not interested in talking about the Funky Bunch.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, he wasn't a jerk about it or anything.
Yeah.
You could just tell he quickly moved on from that conversation.
But the fact that Oregon, you get, I guess, a scholarship. I don't know.
Well, a club doesn't feel like a scholarship.
But that still is commendable because it's Oregon with the history of the running up that they have. Prefontaine.
Yes.
You like that? They run it. Hey, man.
Well, I mean,
it's Ethiopians and Oregon people.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Great. That's great long distance running knowledge.
People could just keep running.
All right, and very concerning report here from Jordan Schultz, a very important Eagles defensive player visiting with them. Dory Jackson apparently visiting with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, man.
Christian Parker gets another one.
Yep.
That's your guy.
I mean, listen, as president of the Dory Jackson fan club, it is a little bit upsetting, but I figured he was moving on based on their personnel and who they brought in. So I wish him well. You know, I'm not going to root for the Cowboys, even though, right, you could see me being torn.
Absolutely.
Dory Jackson fan club president.
Are the Cowboys going to be good this year?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Are they going to win a Super Bowl? No.
No.
Will they win 10, 11 games? Yeah. I can see that.
Are they going to compete for the division?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're all cool with Cooper DeJean and the Cowboys cheerleader at the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah.
I don't think they're cool.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Cooper, I'd be fine with doing messing around with the Cowboys cheerleader.
But I don't think the Cowboy fan would be cool.
I don't think they would be either.
Infiltrating. Are the Giants going to be good this year?
No.
Are the
Improved.
Commanders going to be good?
No.
Okay.
Coming up, Craig Carton up in New York called Philadelphia minor league sports city. And I responded, and he was not upset about the response. Very upset about the response. We'll play the audio for you coming up next. Middays with the Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Air playoff losses. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. This month at Morgenstern Air Restoration, they're completely free Almated treatment with your procedure. That's $1,000 value free. Call 6108-THROUGH-AN-ERROR. Visit morgensternair.com. Flyers fell down 2-0 in their series against the Hurricanes with a 3-2 overtime loss. Taylor Hall with a game-winning goal. Flyers had a 2-0 lead in that game. Lose that one after the game. Rick Tocchet.
You know, I think that really helps the belief in the room of just staying with it. And we've been dead before, and we've climbed out of the grave, you know. So we keep hearing we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up, so that's why I'm proud of them.
Sixers got buried in New York, 137-98, losing to the Knicks in Game 1 of their series. Game 2 of that series tomorrow night. Sixers looking for the split up there in New York before the series moves to Philadelphia on Friday. Phillies won 1-0 over the Marlins yesterday. They've won 3 of 4 over the Marlins, 6 of 7 under Don Mattingly, and they've got the A's tonight. This update's also brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has led inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Oh, yeah. Hit me. All right, we're back. Knicks, Sixers. It's a rivalry. I get it. Radio hosts, fans, things like that. You like a good back and forth, which, by the way, Sean, I'm all down with. All right. We had talked about Knicks fans earlier, and I called them really annoying. You had other words for them.
Yeah, they're way. Yeah.
And they are. But I also respect them as fans. I do. They're good fans. Now, you shouldn't be hurting people and doing that stuff. But, like we have a reputation here that sometimes we live up to, right? I don't remember us taking, doing what they did to the poor Halliburton jersey wearing guy.
Ripping a guy's jersey off. I don't.
Anyway, that's obviously not okay.
Yeah,
but I like the fact that, like, the Knicks and the Sixers, that's good. If both teams are good, that's a great rivalry. That's great for basketball. That's great for both cities or whatever else. All right? So do you have this, Ray? You have the video. So Craig Carton on WFA up in New York. I just saw this last night. I don't even know. It's like before the game for sure. I just saw this, and here's Craig.
Here's what's embarrassing about Philadelphia. Not the fact that they're scared of us. They should be scared of us because we take over buildings like that. What's embarrassing in Philadelphia, you weasels, is the fact that there's still tickets available. That's the complaint I have. That's what makes you guys a minor league joke of a sports town. You have a playoff series against a hated rival, and you can't sell the building out. I don't care who you stop from buying tickets. A lot of teams do that. But I know this. The Knicks have no trouble selling out the Garden. I know that is a fact.
Yeah.
But in Philadelphia, how do you not sell out a playoff game against the Knicks?
Yeah, so that's Craig. So I responded back, and I didn't think much of it after I responded back to it. And I said, hey, Dip Bleep. Right, hey, Dip. It is a sellout. You're looking at the secondary ticket market. And I didn't even think anything after that. And during the postgame, at the end of the postgame, Colarulo's like, hey, I saw Craig came back at you on Twitter. I'm like, really? So Craig responds back. And I've never met Craig. I don't know Craig. I've listened to Craig for a long time. I listened to him when he was in Philly back in the 90s. I listened to him on New Jersey 101.5. I listened to him when he was in Boomer.
Were you able to get his show when he was in jail?
It was not available.
Sorry.
The podcast was not available to me.
Gotcha.
So he responded back and said, hey, Dip Bleep, with no ratings. It was not a sellout, but good try. And then he posted a picture of all the available tickets that are available at the the Xfinity Mobile Arena for Game 3. So yeah, I did use the Dip Bleep when I did the initial tweet, which in response he gave me the same thing, and it probably ticked him off. But what he doesn't realize is the word that I use accurately describes them. Because if you Google Dip Bleep and what it is, it very accurately describes Craig. And I don't want to bring up like jail or anything like that.
Well, I think it's pretty funny because he's reaching out and trying to defend the fact about like tickets when he went to jail for claiming he had exclusive access to tickets. Like, it's just funny.
So Dip Bleep is a vulgar slang term for a stupid, incompetent, or contemptible person.
Yeah.
Which is what he is in this particular situation. You would think that Craig, with his history of the ticket resale business, would have a better handle of how it all works.
Correct.
So what he was looking at was he went to Ticketmaster.com and he saw a bunch of available tickets. If you go to the Knicks game for Game 2 at Madison Square Garden, if you go to Ticketmaster.com, you'll see available tickets. There aren't available tickets to the Sixers. You can't call whatever the 215 number is for the Sixers and be like, hey, how many? Can I get 8 tickets to Game 3? I can. Oh, well, how about 25? Can I get the group rate? Hey, Ray, let's do a giveaway on air. Maybe it'll help our bad ratings. Let's do a giveaway on air. Let's get 50 tickets, and then we can do 25 pair of tickets to give away on the air. That will help us, right? Mm-hmm. It's not the way it works. You're looking at do you really believe that in Philadelphia with the 76ers and the Knicks, there would be actual tickets available that you can purchase face value from the team? Everything is secondary market. The few tickets are available, like Ray gobbled up as a season ticket holder, he was able to get. There's no tickets available. You go to Sixers.com and you can get tickets at face value. Everything's a secondary market. So that's what he was looking at. He was at the secondary market. The entire basis for the stupid video that they put out there of Philadelphia being a minor league joke of a sports town was because we can't sell out a 76ers playoff game against the Knicks. Of course the game sold out. Of course it sold out. These are secondary tickets. By the way, Sean, if we wanted to go to the Knicks game against the Sixers game too, we could go in the same secondary market that he thought he was looking at and get tickets to go up there.
Yeah, big swing and a miss by Carton on that one. He needed some help from his producer because, dude, there were like 10,000 people in the queue, right? So I saw people tweeting like, I'm in line, but there's 10,000 people in front of me for Sixers.
If this was Lincoln Financial Field, it would have been sold out.
Yeah.
Because there were that many people looking for a ticket. Even if like Ray, I don't have tickets to go down to the game. If there were tickets available to go to game 3, I'd be purchasing them. I'm not talking about secondary market. If Knicks fans are going to come down. Knicks fans are buying tickets on the secondary market. I don't think there's a whole hell of a lot we can do about it. There are
we could win.
Minor league joke of a sports town. Your whole basis on that is that the Sixers fans aren't buying tickets and we can't sell out a Sixers playoff game. Yeah. It's so idiotically stupid and wrong. And, I mean, that's why I use the term dip bleep, because that's what you have to be to actually believe that's the case.
No, I thought you were spot on. I was just wondering, what the hell is he talking about? Yeah, of course there's no tickets. It's the secondary market. You want to go? We'll go to the Game Time app. We'll go StubHub. You could use whatever you want. You can go to the game. You can find tickets, sure. But to say that we didn't sell out, no, come on. It's going to be packed to the brim.
Very silly.
Insane down there.
Ray, can you go up to New York and wait outside the WFAN studios?
Get his comment. Yeah. I would first ask about the ratings of Breakfast Ball before we got into the whole conversation.
Yeah, I mean that's also another thing. But all right, at least you know who I am, Craig. You all right. If you think you know what it is, and guess what?
Hey, Booms.
There's only. I mean, that was a really good show.
I know it was.
It's a really good show. You know I'm a fan of Craig for many years,
and I watched it in the morning too.
He's very talented. He's one of the best. Well, he was.
Yeah.
Not anymore. This is what his career's turned into, which is just making these videos that then get tweeted out. And it's stupid. He sounds stupid. Yeah. I mean, literally, if you listen to it now, and you're like, how did he think that the game wasn't sold out?
Yeah, you need help from the producer or your co-host. Yep.
Totally. All right, coming back, we have to find paint. Because we have to paint ourselves tomorrow. I got to go back to the drawing board.
So it's going down tomorrow. I will get it. We'll find it. There's multiple Michaels. We got to do it tomorrow for game 2.
We're going to be painted blue tomorrow.
Let's go.
All right. And then we will come back with the YouTube chat recap and more. That is next. Don't go anywhere.
The Phillies are...
All right, Middays and Marks. Where else would they have body paint other than Michael's?
I know.
It feels like the same thing's going to happen because it says there's 2 in stock, and then I order it, and then they're like, oh, we don't have it.
This is what I ran into last time. What was I trying to paint myself for? It was something stupid. And I went to Target. They didn't have any. Then I went to Michael's. They didn't have any. And you can't paint yourself.
It's a normal occurrence for Ray.
Adult man. This is what I ran into the last time I tried to paint my body.
Man, this is ridiculous.
Damn it, it's so tough.
You should just be able to use normal house paint. Like, just paint me up. Just go ahead and get the stain out, the sealer.
See, when they do that, because now I'm seeing like limited stock, because they say they have a couple, and then when you go to check out limited stock and they let you do the purchase, and then they won't have it. I got to figure this out. I got to do it when we're not on
we
the
will
air.
figure it out.
All right.
You know what I figured out, though, just now with the wife?
What?
Oh, you know what's for dinner? Taco!
Oh, I forgot that. I forgot to ask my mom to pull taco meat.
Hey,
Cinco de Mayo.
Let's go.
All right, so Dan Orlovsky earlier had said he likes his guacamole without red onion and
guacamole. It was red onion and cilantro.
There's not a lot of ingredients in guacamole, so essentially he just likes lime juice and avocados.
Yeah, you have to have onion.
Yeah, it's what gives it.
It's cilantro too, right? To a point. I guess you could do without cilantro.
Yeah, but even if you don't like cilantro by itself,
okay,
I feel like it's an important ingredient. I guess if you didn't want cilantro, you can't not have the red onion. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to have the red onion. It's like, come on, what are we doing here?
Do you like chips and
dude?
Yeah,
just bottomless, can crush them. Well, look at me. Come on, you mean to ask me if I don't like chips?
So I was in when we went out to the Super Bowl. The year the Eagles were out in Phoenix, and my boss was from Phoenix, so he knew all like the spots to go. And we went to
a real spot,
dude. We went to a place. The chips, I didn't even need to eat dinner.
Yeah.
I didn't want to eat dinner, and I did, which was a major issue because I felt like you could roll me out of there. But the chips and the salsa and the guac, it's like getting a cheesesteak in friggin' Iowa.
Yep, so good, man.
That's what you get here with the chips and the.
Well, that's what I'm in. I'm in on that.
And you having tacos?
Yeah, we're gonna do a little tacos, and I'm definitely gonna do some guacamole.
Ray?
This would have been an all-time performance for me tonight with just the Phillies on, trying to just find a little bit of an escape of an evening. But I'll be back here, 6 o'clock. Connor and I, big playoff special, Flyers,
Hey,
Sixers. We got 2 hours with you tonight, so yeah, it'll be.
You're pulling double duty today?
Correct.
You and Connor?
Yeah.
The Young Guns? Oh, I'll be tuned in.
Dipping.
So maybe the two of us will find a way out and fish chat afterwards. And,
yeah, there's a good percentage that might.
Yeah,
happen.
there's a very good chance.
Yeah, I might be putting together the show sheet this afternoon.
Do that duo have a name? I feel like they should have a name.
Skip and Skippy? No. What was our name?
No. I feel like that duo should have a name. You and Connor.
I feel like we need to put that out.
Yeah.
In the ether.
Yeah, I like that.
Figure out.
I'll go with that text line. Yeah. 610.
Yeah, text line. We can do it going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you need a name. It just can't be Ray, like Connor and Ray.
Yeah.
It's Connor and Ray.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, you need a more of a catchy.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I'm rolling with Ray a few times. We got stuff popping up on the schedule left and right.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to spend a lot of time with you.
Saturday, you guys 1 to 5 at the Xfinity Mobile Arena
at the barn, getting you ready.
Party action.
What time's the game?
6.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, man,
that's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Plus, they're throwing stuff on our schedule for World Cup coverage. Oh yeah, rocking out with Dunn.
Have a good.
Hey, Ray.
I just want to see this brace. That's all I need.
All right, so somebody that used to paint his face for a living, and I guess still does, the Blue Meanie.
Yeah.
He uses this. He just texted me. He uses this, and it's Michael's.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what we were going to buy at Michael's. That's similar.
Let me see.
Okay. Well, if there's somebody we need to listen to on
It's the Blue Meanie.
It's the Blue Meanie. Nice work by him.
Former WWF and ECW superstar.
Hell yeah. Philadelphia diehard sports fan.
Damn right he is. All right. Well, I'm getting the limited quantity stuff.
I'll go. Look, I got a Michael's over in my neck of the woods. I also have King of Prussia right down the road. So there's something there. I will find something for us to paint ourselves tomorrow.
You got this?
4 hours tomorrow on the radio.
Painted blue.
We're painting ourselves blue to pay off the bet. Unbelievable.
All right. Thank you, Meanie. Let's get to the YouTube chat recap. Go.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Giddy up.
I think the Flyers and Sixers need one of Herb's motivational speeches. Fuzzy from the chat.
Yeah, I think I'm done with Herb.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just like.
Uh-oh.
I don't know when he and he hasn't called in a while, but when he calls in, I'm just kind of like,
oh, Herb.
The magic just can't be recreated, Ray.
I saw him down at last Saturday.
Maniac
at the bar.
Malloy interviewed him.
Herb.
Did you personally see him?
He came up. He goes. He called me Ray. I'm like, I'm not Ray. It's like, yo, I'm Sean. What's going on?
How about that?
I didn't think that. I just like, didn't you meet Ray? He's like, yeah, I thought you were Ray.
I still like Herb.
Okay.
But, like,
Nice guy, but
I'm just kind of.
All right.
we tried to give him a podcast.
We did.
Tried to lay out the red carpet for him.
I didn't like it.
He's other property.
By the way,
right?
I'm concerned about Angry Al.
Oh no.
We haven't heard from him.
But I've also texted him asking if he was okay, and I got no response.
Oh no.
Yeah. Then I start Googling obituaries and things like that. I figure someone's going to contact me if that's the case. But yeah, we haven't heard from him. So APB on Angry Al. If you know Angry Al, let us know how he is. What's next?
You're running like you have an extra leg or something, Ray. My gosh. Dawood from the chat.
That would make you go faster, though, I thought, right? If you had an extra leg? I don't know. Might slow you down.
As long as Jaylen runs.
By the way, Violations Greg checks in and says, send Ray to the costume and masquerade store on Delaware Avenue in South Philly. They have body paint.
Oh.
That actually is a good call.
Yeah? All right.
Can you get down there?
Are you in that neck of the woods?
Might be easier for Sean to go to the Michaels.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I was going to say to Delaware Ave.
Trying to see what time it's open.
Yeah, he's 6 to 8,
really
too.
Want to go back to the city before I did.
Yeah, no, don't worry. We got it. But thank you, VG.
Nice
for that.
work. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
As long as Jaylen runs, he's a good QB. If he doesn't, he's mid-tier at best. MPTR from the chat.
I think it's a strength of his game. I believe he's also lost a half a step. It doesn't mean that he can't be a really good quarterback. I just think, look, if you give him the weapons, he's going to make it happen. So I'm not buying that. I'm a Jaylen guy, though.
So I don't know. Maybe I've already been like this. You can't rely on Jalen Hurts to carry you with his legs. He needs to be a better quarterback throwing the football.
It's what we want. It's what he wants. What they want.
Yeah, man. It's what he wants. It really is. Like, if he's going to stay healthy, I can't sit here and bitch he gets hurt too much. There's a couple seasons where he was injured, and it affected him. I mean, like, you evolve as a quarterback. I need to see the evolution of Jalen Hurts. And by the way, Ray, I believe you are going to see an evolution of Jalen Hurts this year with good coaching, etc.
And you're putting it in your bio, Jalen.
I am not. That's what Sean does.
That's me, baby.
Yeah, because I'm not a bio. That would be, I guess, Otto Kemp, but I can't even use that anymore.
Yeah, happens.
All right, what's next?
Flyers going down 2-0 last night hurt, especially with the chances they had in that game. But I'm going to remind myself of the 3.8%. Sean from New Jersey.
Ain't over yet. I'm not waving the white flag. Maybe Connor. He waved the white flag this morning. Ray, you're waving the white flag.
Oh yeah.
But see, I don't need to because I'm not giving up yet.
No, you can't.
No reason to give up.
Nope. Team wasn't even supposed to be here. Right?
Are you really emotionally invested like this team? Because when there's no expectations or there's low expectations, you don't have to live like that. You can just enjoy the games, and you hope, that was a missed opportunity to win that game last night.
The Penguins game, I was really invested. Like, you felt it in your gut, down in your loins, all the way in your plums, right? But, these last two games, I'm excited. But I wasn't feeling it like the Penguins. Like, when they scored in overtime, I jumped out of my bed, right? Like, if they would have won last night, I would have been fired up, but it was clearly not the same level as the Penguins win.
If they won last night, it would be a totally different team.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it'd be a party.
Right. Yeah. Yep. I would be coming back talking about how they're going to be up 2-1 when we're on the air on Saturday.
Yep. All right, what's that?
Jaylen is the entire sum of his resume. He's got some really good, and he's got some really bad. MBD from the chat.
Yeah, every quarterback does. You know, I was thinking about Joe Burrow as he's running around everywhere, all modeled up. I mean, he's a good-looking guy. I'm had enough of that guy. And he's a good quarterback. But, like, you know what, dude? If I was a Bengals fan, I've seen a little too much of Joe Burrow around. I don't have to worry about that with Jalen Hurts.
No.
He's concentrating. He's a football guy. I don't think Joe Burrow's a football guy. Is that a take?
That's a take.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
The Met Gala.
The reality is that
nipples showing.
He's got a lot of talent on that offense, but it is the Bengals.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Jalen Hurts, he just wins. I mean, you can say there's really good on his resume, really bad on his resume. I don't know what the really bad is. I know he's not the best passer of the ball sometimes, but you can't say that what he's doing isn't helping the team win. It is.
I guess the really bad would be like some of those games where he throws for
man.
100
Listen,
yards.
we all have eyes.
Yeah.
We all have eyes. We all know.
And nipples.
All right, some Connor and Ray nicknames. What do we have?
Yeah, we've got Radio and Connor Wave, The Bachelor Party, and my personal favorite,
Bachelor Party.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah!
How about that? I mean, that's good.
So Connor's the Bandit?
Yes, in this case.
It's awesome.
I'm certainly Smokey.
You certainly are. All right, well, just go have a couple smokes and rest up, all right? That's coming up at 6 o'clock. Connor and Ray. Coming up next, Unfiltered with Ricky and Bill Sam.
You know, so we keep hearing we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up, so that's why I'm proud of them.
A 2-game series hold to just 1 game in the books for the Sixers. They lose 137-98 to the Knicks in New York to open up that